Richmond, one of my favorite places with our Rebel Chevrolet, and hopefully it's us going to Victory Lane tonight, and we can reminisce about all the good times we've had this year, and just put it all together tonight and make it happen.
Kyle Busch still in the fight for a playoff spot.
Kim, I think it's important to note that last year Austin Dillon was going to win that race just purely on...
What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How the hell's everybody doing today? Hope everybody's having a good day. I'm having a good day. Some of my last 20 minutes are kind of stressful. Just getting the stream all set up, and my cable box was acting up, and AC was acting up. But, I'm having a good day. It's race day, so that's always a good day.
Has that setup, has that knowledge trickled over to his teammate and some other cars? I think it certainly has. If you look at how the speed Kyle Busch had yesterday, for sure, the cars were fast yesterday, have an alliance with RCR. And look, think about Kyle Busch. Last year was the first year in his career that he didn't win a race. 2 years in a row is unacceptable for a future Hall of Fame driver. He's got the speed to get it done, and he needs to get it done tonight.
Steve, we talk about...
Yeah, today we have the Cookout 400 from Richmond Raceway.
Well, Marty, they better remember
this race is 400 laps. It's 300 miles. It's a 0.7 something mile track.
Here at Richmond, into my mind, no more pressure over the wall than for the rear tire changer. Remember, when the car comes in, he's last to leave the wall. He has to lunge off that wall, and over 2 Gs, get all the way over to that right rear, land on both knees.
Hello and happy Saturday. Hello, Daniel Barry. How's it going?
Over 700 foot-pounds of torque. That's only half the job. Then we get up off the right side.
Race night. We got a night race. Who doesn't love a night race?
Correct. And then make sure you and the jackman are in sync. Remember, a mistake in timing or a cross-threaded lug nut, and next thing you know, a wheel leaves the race car. Everything happens in just under 10 seconds.
Wow, pit road certainly will be a factor tonight. The last 2 fall Richmond races, both surprise winners in Austin Dillon and Chris Buescher. Would Brad Keselowski qualify as a 3rd straight surprise?
Hi, Sam. How you doing today? I'm doing good, Andy.
Went to victory.
I'm excited for the race.
Last year, we'll hear from the 2-time Richmond winner next. You're watching Countdown to Green, presented by Sonic.
Your mental health is better, but having uncontrollable body movements called TD, tardive dyskinesia.
Took a little nap. I did too.
Embarrassing.
I took a nap, like about a 3-hour nap. Yeah, I didn't watch the Sox today because
is clinically proven to treat TD, quickly reducing TD movements by greater than 5 times at 2 weeks.
I did watch some Patriots preseason football. That was fun. We played the Vikings and we won.
Ingrezza can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease.
But yes, so this race is a...
Don't take Ingrezza if allergic.
This race is a 400 lap race around a 0.75 mile, 3/4 mile track. So that'll be a 300 mile race. The breakdown for this race, the stages are, stage 1 is 70 laps, stage 2 is 160 laps. So that'll be,
when things heat up,
that'll be lap 230 when that stage ends, and then the final 170 laps will be the final stage. There's 9 sets of tires. They don't have the option tire like they did last year. I wish they did. That was fun. That was fun. And yeah, fuel run is 120 to 135 laps. So in the first stage, you will not have to pit under green. But if the second and third stage went green, you would. Jaden hasn't posted his win pick yet, but because he's in a bad service area. But he has sent me his win pick. And Jaden is not dead. He has been in contact with me. He said that he is out right now, but should be home by the time the race starts. And then he said that he's in a bad service area right now. So his win pick is Kyle Busch. My win pick is Denny Hamlin, and Dom's win pick is Christopher Bell. Dom's starting spot for his little work thing is 8, and that is Christopher Bell. So yeah, he doubled down.
Here's what's on the menu, presented by Sonic. After his fall in Victory Lane at Watkins Glen, Connor Zilic had surgery on Tuesday to repair his broken collarbone. Still no timetable for his return to the Xfinity Series. 2 final shots are in a playoff spot. Currently, Alex Bowman and Chris Buescher are the last 2 in. Ryan Preece and Kyle Busch are the first 2 out. Hey, speaking of Ryan Preece, and a bit of a surprise, he's on the pole tonight. His second career pole, pretty well timed as he fights for a playoff spot in 2025. You know, Jeff, it's been an interesting path for a driver from Connecticut who grew up working on and racing his own modifieds, and he's survived a little bit of everything to get to this point.
He has. He's extremely confident in his abilities because of what he did in the modified.
Yes, I've just ordered some food just now. So it should be here hopefully before the green flag because they usually deliver pretty fast.
Won a couple races. His Cup career, though, it was rough. He had some tough times, obviously some very bad wrecks. But now he is in a situation at RFK where he can prove himself, and he's doing it. And he loves the opportunity to race for top fives and wins and not have to race just to stay in the lead lap.
I agree. I think the new opportunity at RFK is a second chance for Ryan Preece, and I believe he's making the most of it.
Right now, Kim Kuhn is with Ryan Preece.
Yeah, Ryan Preece is on
The
pole.
first driver outside the playoff picture. So how close to perfect will you and the team need to be tonight to inch closer to a playoff
Yeah,
spot?
Kyle Busch at this point is in more than likely a must-win situation. Mathematically, it's not must-win, but it would take a hell of a fucking
Derek and the boys brought a
miracle
clean ex-Kroger Ford Mustang, and I think it showed in
to make it into the playoffs without a win.
Excited to get this race rolling, and my daughter is too.
Take multiple
Elite was the
miracles,
word they
honestly.
used yesterday when they took the pole. We'll see what they have here today.
Well, Brad owns the team. He's got drivers on either side of the bubble there, and then, gosh, you got to make the playoffs by getting a win, perhaps.
Yep,
What do you
Jaden
watch
posted his
tonight?
pick. Kyle Busch.
My own car. I want to win. You know, we've got a great shot with both subs, Ford Mustang. Good speed and practice, but so do my teammates, particularly Ryan Preece starting on the pole. So we need to execute today. This race is going to flip a couple different times with the strategy. We need to be positioned to take advantage of that.
A couple of different times, Marty. I think it's going to flip a lot. Brad's going to keep track.
It's funny, when I talked to Brad Keselowski yesterday, see, that's word he used, execute as well, but speed-wise, is he a legit threat to win the race?
Yes, I would love to try to think I was stretching that, but he absolutely is. The RFK Fords have good pace. The guy's won here 6 times, 4 in Xfinity, 2 in Cup. And really, when I look at Brad in general, he finally got that win a year ago at Darlington as an owner, driving his own car. But then he was an owner to start the year. He had to get that third car up off the ground with Preece driving it, and it hurt the 6th car, no doubt. But if I look at the last 5 or 6 weeks, this is a playoff-bound driver. Now, he's too far behind to do it on points. I think tonight could be a win, and what a big win it would be as driver-owner Brad Keselowski.
Jeff, what about the other Roush Fenway cars?
Well, we talked about Buescher a while, we talked about Preece. He certainly is fast enough. I think Chris Buescher is as well when I see lap times. But look, don't count out other guys as well. 8 of the top 12 qualifiers haven't won so far this year. There are other people in this field that can win races. Ty Gibbs, to me, stands out. I thought he looked really good in practice. I had a conversation with him this morning. He was extremely confident. There's multiple people that can win this race tonight.
There's a lot of drivers that can win, but I think you said it, execution. That's not going to just be for Brad Keselowski. I look at all of these teams that can win. There's a reason why they haven't. And it's not normally fast cars. It's normally good pit stops, good track position, no mistake. You know, there's 1,000 ways to lose them. Ask Jeff and I. You know, very hard to win.
All right, Steve, time for tonight's DraftKings odds. Let's check out who the favorite is.
Listen, Danny Hamlin, why not? Why wouldn't he be the favorite? But you guys thought I was kidding about Brad. There he is, second favorite, 450. You want to talk about some value? William Byron at 16-1, Briscoe 14-1. Some good value on the board. But if I'm taking a pick, it was the favorite last week with SVG. So I'm not venturing from my medicine. I'm taking the same again tonight. Jeff, old school field race, old school racer Danny Hamlin. I had DH to win.
Last year, in the last 2 races of the regular season, we had 2 new winners.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry, Andy. I've totally been, like,
That's not going to happen
just
tonight.
zoned out. Did you see the score of the Seahawks yesterday? I did. The Seahawks won.
I'm not going to go
Chiefs
against
lost
Denny
bad.
Hamlin in Richmond with a fast car. I'm not going to do it. Tires wearing out. That's his strength. There's no way I'm going to go against Denny Hamlin.
Yeah, when after practice, Denny Hamlin tells Chris Gale, we're good, you know the car is off.
Oh, that's
good.
cool.
On DraftKings Sportsbook, new customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus.
Yeah, I don't have the browser up. The
Download
PS5 doesn't have a
user
browser
promo code
option
Steve
anymore.
When you sign up, DraftKings Sportsbook,
I think it's kinda dumb.
is yours. Speaking of Denny Hamlin, I know we're all floored to see him at the top of the DraftKings odds. Richmond's favorite son is with Tim.
Denny Hamlin is a 5-time winner at Richmond. And if you look at the stats, they really point to you as the favorite here. Do you have a car that can answer the call tonight?
Yeah, I think so. It's been pretty good. Practice had a lot of the good feels the tire's really going to be the thing that you got to keep your eye on, especially with the amount we have. You got to, as a driver, we have to do our part to make sure we can go the distance. And yeah, overall, the rest of it's been good all weekend. No complaints. We'll see what happens when the green flag drops.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Denny, one of the best at managing tires. As we talk about stats, leads active drivers in laps led at Richmond.
So speaking of playoff drivers, Kim, I want to get from you, Jeff, who a few teams who are locked in as of right now, but they need some momentum in the next couple of weeks. Who's top of your list?
So I'm going to go Kyle Larson and Ryan Blaney. They're both fast, but they don't, for one reason or another, execute as well as they need to. It seems like Blaney gets caught up in more stuff that's not really his fault, but they both got to clean it up. But I got to tell you, I think there's a field of them. When I look at who the favorite is for this championship, nobody stands out. Somebody's got to step up. I don't see any team that consistently has race-winning pace. I will say Chase Elliott is the most consistent driver, consistent team, but does consistency get it done? I think you're going to have to win races. I think they all got to step up.
I'm not going to say they have momentum, but I will say they're in a very good place, and that's the 23 team with Bubba Wallace, because they've never been here before.
Yeah.
They made the playoffs before, but it was to the last lap of the last race to lock themselves in. That is an emotional vacuum. You are exhausted heading into the playoffs. Well, he's on a streak of 4 top 10s, including that big win at the Brickyard. He's locked in. He's an emotional style driver anyway, and he's walking a little taller. He's smiling a little more. So I agree with Jeff. Not race-winning pace yet, but for sure has the momentum, I think, will cruise through the round of 16.
My concern for Bubba and others is that...
Yeah, green flag for tonight's race is at 7:35. So about 20 minutes here.
Good, but now you got to get it. You got to find a way to get that energy, and that stress with it is going to come back. When we leave Daytona, you now have a mission. You have an opportunity to win a championship. That is stressful. So these last few weeks, that was great. But you're getting ready to get back into the heat of the stress.
And you could argue his teammate Tyler Reddick could use some good momentum as well. Reddick qualified second. Could he get his first win of the season tonight? We'll chat about Michael Jordan's other driver coming up. Countdown to Green is brought to you by Sonic. Live free, eat Sonic.
It's been a fun summer, but back to school is finally here. Make sure you get a free 5G phone and real unlimited data from Straight Talk, so you can show Grandma their new sneakers. Stream the last lap of the race. And order some last-minute school supplies while the kids enjoy the last moments of summer. Switch to Straight Talk and spend less on wireless with a free 5G phone on us, on America's most reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, official partner of Nascar. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart.
So, you like NASCAR but don't know who to root for? Here's some Toyota legends you can get behind.
In Japan, they're doing a Pokemon promotion where they get 5 cards for Happy Meal.
Basically, the Cinderella story, if Cinderella...
I would love that.
Then there's John Hunter Nemechek. New kid on the block. All gas, no brakes. Oh, and Denny Hamilton. Ever heard of Daytona? He's won it 3 times. No big deal. We have a lot of drivers, all legends.
Do you like Tyler Reddick's mullet? Yeah, it's cool.
Want the truth to come out. See how far the rabbit hole goes.
What are we talking about? The next president?
So guess what happens next? The SVU Conspiracy Cases Marathon. Tomorrow on USA.
Yeah, I can't watch that video right now. I'll watch it later, though.
That was going to be gentle on my aging skin and strong enough to get the job done.
I have always focused a lot of attention on my face, but once I got into my 50s, I couldn't help but notice the saggy, creepy skin on my neck. What I love about Decladerm's neck firming cream, just a few weeks, my skin looks visibly smoother and more even toned.
Have you seen these videos all over social media and thought, my neck could use some cosmetic tightening? Now there's an answer. It's called Decladerm. Decladerm is clinically studied to smooth the appearance of wrinkled, sagging, crepey skin on your neck and décolleté area.
I had these lines, and I looked so old. And now, surprisingly, since I've used Decladerm,
it's always later, man.
In just 2 weeks,
it is always later, man.
Become smoother.
Because
you'll see a new you. Try Decladerm for only $19.95 plus free shipping. Visit Decladerm.com. Scan the code below or call the number on your screen.
Gotta roll my blunts, gotta put my food on the way, you know.
Tangy pickled season tops and a pickle Rita slush. It's more than a pickle meal, it's a pickle masterpiece. Live free, eat Sonic. A sellout crowd here at Richmond tonight. Look at the skydivers coming in. Perfect little jump right there on the target.
Food is important.
This track will chew up tires, which makes for an interesting challenge for the crew chiefs. Give us a 101 of what to expect tonight.
Every driver we talked about the amount of tires. Well, I just want to point out, this is the same amount we've always had with 8 sets in the pits. The difference is the life available in each set. Math would say you want to put a brand new set on about every 35 or 40 laps. Well, that's 400 laps. That's a 10 set thing. You don't have enough. You only have 8. So with cautions and with stage ends, you have enough to make the distance, but it's going to be very uncomfortable to win to put them on. These tires have slowed down 3 seconds in 40 or 50 laps. If you get this
Hey, if that's the case, then I'm happy about that.
They're going to be going by you so quick.
Going to be talking about pit stops and strategies.
If that's the case, then that should be a good race.
Talk about the weather. It is perfect here in Richmond for the sold-out crowd. Time for tonight's pre-race ceremonies here from Richmond.
Please rise as you're able. Remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute as the Virginia Military Institute Corps of Cadets Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer tonight's invocation, please welcome Executive Director of Texas-Virginia Chaplaincy Relations, Todd Cumby.
Will you join with me as we pray? Heavenly Father, we gather this evening as we thank you for this beautiful setting, the warm setting, to enjoy an exciting race here in Richmond. We thank you for the honor guard from the Virginia Military Institute as they represent the men and women of the armed forces who are serving gallantly around the world. We thank you for their service. We also thank you for the first responders that are providing for the safety of the race fans and the race teams who are here tonight. We ask, Lord, that you would help each of us to honor and respect one another as we enjoy the thrill of racing around this historic track. Be with the drivers and race teams as they strive for victory. In the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome Henrico Police Acoustic Blue.
Oh, sing can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, it flew through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the free,
Yeah, America.
This is it. One of 2 final shots to lock up a spot in the 2025 Cup Series playoffs. We'll get the engines fired here in Richmond next on USA.
Where some saw a pickle, we saw a masterpiece. A Sonic Smasher with Grillo's Pickles and Dilly Ranch, tangy pickle tots, and a pickle Rita slush with pickle-flavored bubbles. It's called the Big Dill Meal, and it's a work of art.
Oily and dry? Yep, it's me. Your combination skin. New revolutionary CeraVe Air Foam Cleanser with glycolysine and 3 essential ceramides. It locks in hydration and brings the balance we need. With 8-hour oil control plus 24-hour hydration. New CeraVe Balancing Air Foam Cleanser.
Oh, Kansas.
Here we go. Make it happen today.
You just don't stop giving, do you? Green flag, we're underway. The closest finish in NASCAR Cup Series history. Close to downtown, amazing campground. 3 NASCAR races in one weekend, and it's the playoffs?
You guys can't drive.
Now you're just showing off.
Coming to checker.
But we're not mad. In fact, we're looking forward to it. Get your tickets now at KansasSpeedway.com.
The PGA Tour season is nearing the finish line, where every round is a reckoning, each hole a test of nerve and belief. The FedEx Cup Playoffs BMW Championship, live on NBC and streaming on Peacock. The NBA is coming home to NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Yeah, my food should be here soon.
This is my WWE every single week.
Friday Night SmackDown, live Fridays at 8, only on USA.
You think this Baylor kid will get in the way? Well, it turns out they know things they shouldn't.
Hey, what's going down?
This is the big case. Guess the firm would try to cover it up. I need a win on this. Your job's dependent on it.
Melvin Pritch is a murderer. He killed Johnny Ray Black, and you and I know it.
The question is, how high up does it go? We've only just begun, my friend.
The Rainmaker, new episode Friday at 10 on USA. Stream from the beginning on Peacock.
Saturday night at Richmond. That's when trouble shows up. I've seen it. I've felt it. He got the bumper. Here comes Roy. 2001, I outran it. Took the win under these lights. Then in 2003, trouble found me. So did Kevin Hart.
Walking across the top of the 21.
This is totally ridiculous. Having a race stuff like that.
Trouble can wear a lot of faces here. Sometimes it's the underdog stealing the win. Sometimes it's the villain in someone else's race.
It's fair or not, he's gonna need some security.
And sometimes it's payback when you never saw it coming. In this crowd, they love every second of it. You can lead all night and lose it in the last 2 laps. Or start dead last and muscle your way to the front.
That's right, Rowdy Nation.
And tonight, only 2 chances left to make the playoffs. You don't want to be in a desperate situation. That's fuel for trouble.
I hate it, but I had to do it.
So, when the lights come on and the engines fire up, just know this, trouble's out there, and it's looking for somebody.
Well, the Virginian Hall of Famer with 23 career wins 2 times here at Richmond Raceway doesn't get you fired up. When he talks about the action track, I don't know what will. And Dave, the idea of the action is you want to be on the right side of it. That's what the 45 cars are for tonight.
Well, Steve, Tyler Reddick's son Bo started kindergarten this week, but Dad hopes to graduate to the playoffs in 2 races. He starts on the front row tonight, and that's good because NASCAR Insights has him ranked 2nd in defense on these types of tracks. But is 117 points to the cut line safe at this point? His crew chief says, no, we can't be complacent. We've got to win tonight. Kim.
Well, Dave, yesterday, A.J. Allmendinger qualified 3rd, his best starting position of the year. When I checked in with him earlier today, he said they surprised themselves a little with the qualifying effort. He said it's by far the fastest car they've ever had at Richmond, but there was a caveat. While the car had pace, he said they didn't get the balance quite right. So, Marty, they are hoping they made the correct adjustments for tonight's race.
Well, that whole RCR and Collet camp has been very strong. You know, Steve, this has been a very hit-or-miss track for that driver, Chase Elliott. How do you feel about his chances to get his first Richmond win tonight?
He's old school behind the wheel. It was only till last week that he fell outside the top 20. I said it about Denny Hamlin. I'll say it about Chase Elliott. This has got an old school feel. Even the crowd knows it. So why not Chase Elliott?
And another driver, Christopher Bell. You got to wonder if tonight could finally be his night here.
It is very
Richmond
small
as well. Time to get the engines cranked here at Richmond.
Richmond Raceway. Give a big NASCAR welcome to Cookout representative Rue Reeves. Tonight, he is here to say those most famous words in motorsports. Take it away, Rue.
Driver, start your engine!
I feel like this kid's done this before.
Folks, it is such a gorgeous night here at Richmond Raceway. I cannot even describe it. So what could be stressful about it to anybody? Well, I'll tell you what, if you ask Alex Bowman, he'll tell you I stress myself out about everything all the time. I just wish I could turn the stress out. Well, brother, 400 laps at Richmond is probably not going to do that for you because he has to stay ahead in points as he's going and try to make his way to the playoffs in the next 2 races. 400 laps coming up right here in Richmond.
been a fun summer, but back to school is finally here. Make sure you get a free 5G phone and real unlimited data from Straight Talk, so you can show Grandma their new sneakers. I love you, stream the last lap of the race, and order some last-minute school supplies while the kids enjoy the last moments of summer. Switch to Straight Talk and spend less on wireless with a free 5G phone on us, on America's most reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, official partner of Nascar. Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart.
And action.
Applebee's 2 for $25.
Zoom in.
Get 1 appetizer and 2 entrees like the new chicken parmesan fettuccine.
Choose 1 appetizer and 2 entrees. Applebee's iconic 2 for $25.
Sorry, were we in that shot?
Hey, it's your skin. CeraVe, developed a dermatologist, cleanses and removes excess oil with niacinamide
Alright,
and
my food is here, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get that.
Of my barrier. CeraVe foam and cleanser.
And now introducing new CeraVe anti-dandruff hair care.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Sometimes things fall right into place, but other times they just fall.
What was that?
But at least you can get it fixed now and pay later in 4 interest-free payments at SafeLight.com.
Awesome.
And SafeLight can come to you for free, anytime, anywhere, and do everything you need to get back on the road. All set. Here you go.
Thank you.
Take care. Get it fixed now and pay later at SafeLight.com.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Is that our luggage rack?
Fix that thing.
Gorilla Tape.
Of course.
Double thick adhesive for a hold that lasts for the toughest jobs on planet Earth. And for a clear fix, try Crystal Clear Gorilla Tape.
Sonic just made snack time official with $1 Snacky Hour. $1 corn dogs, $1 mozzarella sticks, and $1 soft pretzel twist every day from 2 to 5 p.m. Sonic Snacky Hour. Live free, eat Sonic.
We have got for you tonight in Virginia. What a scene, what a sight, and what a crowd. Pleased to say for the second time in 3 races, it's a sellout crowd. Yes, Richmond Raceway joins Iowa Speedway in packing the stands. As we welcome you to NASCAR Cup Series racing on USA with Richmond Raceway, this is the Cookout 400. What a beautiful night. It's been a warm day, but it's cooling off, and it's going to be a great night of racing. Hi, folks. Lee Diffie, along with Richmond winner Jeff Burton. And
hello.
Steve Latart's on his way up from the Peacock.
We have good plans in the next few months.
That you're a winner. It's great
I
to
mean,
be back in your home state. And somebody who would really like to do what Jeff
hoping
did,
the
and that
Sox
is
make the
win
playoffs.
For the Roush organization, these days are.
That's not really up to me.
On the poll. But the walls are closing in, Jeff. Tonight and next weekend in Daytona before the playoffs. What's it going to be like for this young
I'll be
man
going to New Hampshire, I guess.
Get himself in. I think he loves being in this situation, especially at this type of racetrack. You think about Ryan Preece. He cut his teeth on the Northeast on short tracks. He is comfortable here, and he's fast in practice. Obviously sitting on the pole, but he also had really good race pace. He said before he
Yes, Jaden's not dead today.
he was confident.
Like I said earlier, he has.
It's going to be a wild night here in
He said he was in an area with bad service, and that he should be home by the time the race starts.
You know, it's a new type of race tonight. This is kind of old school feeling to me. The tires are going to wear out. You're going to have to manage those tires. Some drivers can do it better than others. Good handling race car is a major advantage, but it is going to fall in the driver's hands tonight.
Let's check out the starting grid brought to you by Monster Energy. We already told you that Ryan Priest is on the pole. He'll share that front row with Tyler Reddick. AJ Allmendinger, best start of the year, alongside a 5-time Richmond winner Denny Hamlin on row 3. Chase Elliott, he shares that with Brad Keselowski, Bubba Wallace, Christopher Bell on the 4th row, Alex Bowman, and Michael McDowell, row 5.
Row 6, last year's controversial winner Austin Dillon alongside Chris Buescher. Row 7, Austin Cindric and William Byron. Both of these drivers are locked into the playoffs. Row 8, Carson Hocevar, Ty Dillon. Both of these guys need to win to make the playoffs. Josh Berry, Eric Jones in row 9. Row 10, Chase Briscoe having a career season, and Ryan Blaney trying to get a late regular season win.
There's Daniel Suarez. He starts on row 11. Great weekend last weekend for Trackhouse with all 3 cars finishing in the top 10. We go back to row 12 after Noah Gragson. It's Ty Gibbs and Cole Custer. Then Justin Haley, Riley Herbst. And then last week's winner, Shane Van Gisbergen, shares it with a man desperate for a win here tonight. That is the 6-time winner here, Kyle Busch. And then Zane Smith and Kyle Larson will have to work his way from 30th place.
Right behind them, Todd Gilliland. He's got to go to the rear, do some unapproved adjustments. Corey Heim won the truck race last night. Behind them, Ross Chastain and John Hunter Nemechek, both drivers very disappointed with their qualifying efforts. Got a long way to go. Jesse Love, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Jesse Love, his 5th career Cup start. And then in the last row, row 19, Cody Ware and Joey Logano, 2-time Richmond winner, had a wreck in practice. He is starting at the very back.
That is just the 4th time, Jeff, that Joey is starting last in the field. There's still a lot to get to before the drop of the green. Please update us if you would, Kimmy Coon.
Well, Richmond has not been one of Ryan Blaney's best tracks. In fact, it is the only oval where he doesn't have a top 5 finish. Tonight, they'll have to overcome starting 20th, but crew chief Jonathan Hassler said there is definitely room on the car's balance to adjust and make more lap time. And despite the lackluster qualifying effort, the team comes in with high hopes, riding some momentum after 4 straight top 10 finishes. They would love to get a 5th straight tonight to keep the morale high before the playoffs, Marty.
Kim, you would think after the win in Iowa 2 weeks ago, a track modeled after Richmond, that William Byron would be feeling pretty confident tonight. But I talked to Rudy Fugel this morning, and he said, you know what? Richmond's actually been a very difficult racetrack for us. He said, I would rank it
yes,
in the
once
top
again
2 of tracks where we have to get better. Richmond and New Hampshire are on the top of that list.
Breakdown of this race.
A 6th to 10th place car here, but
it's a 400-mile or 400-lap race, so 300 miles around a 0.75-mile track.
His first Richmond win. Dave?
Marty on the
Stage 1 is 70 laps. Stage 2 is 160 laps. That'll be lap 230. And then the final stage is 170 laps. Fuel run is 120 to 135 laps, so in the first stage you won't have to put under green, but in the second and third stage you would.
Needs to win to make the playoffs.
My win pick is Denny Hamlin. Jaden has Kyle Busch, and Dom has Christopher Bell. And Dom's starting spot for his work thing is also Christopher Bell.
Fixing the passenger side mirror on the 48 car, and now he will have to start from deep in the field lead.
Good stuff, Dave. Thanks very much. We'll keep an eye on that. The official pace car for today's Cookout 400 is the 2025 Toyota GR Supra. And there it is. How many times will we see that at the front of the field tonight? How many cautions are we going to see? How much action are we going to see? Well, it's Saturday night short track racing at its best here in Richmond. We like to bring you some insider information, some eavesdropping each and every race. And let's join the pole sitting car from RFK Racing of Ryan Priest for a pre-race pep talk. Here it is.
10-4. All right, boys, today we be elite. I know each and every one of you has it because we've seen it. We're starting from the pole. Best stop you can start from. Let's go do this. All right, let's get after it. We know what we got to do tonight. It's only one way in, so let's just get it done. Yes, sir. Chasing dubs, that's it.
Chasing wins. That is it. Michael McDowell.
Austin Dillon should have been in the playoffs last year based off of the playoff rules we have. It's so stupid that they took away his credit for that win.
Virginia. A packed house with so much on the line, and none more so for the guy who's going to start from pole position. Under pressure.
Hello, Jaden.
Racetrack. And I said it at the beginning, Ryan Preece, he's ready for tonight, but there are so many unknowns going into this race. In practice yesterday, the tires would lose a ton of speed.
Oh wow, that firework thing was cool.
Great job of walking through the potential strategy and our countdown to green show. We're going to watch it all unfold tonight. I think it's going to be chaotic.
Stevie's made it up from the Peacock pit box just in time, mate.
It's electric on pit road, electric in the stands. It took me a couple minutes because it's a packed house out front. You mentioned pit strategy. Tire conservation is going to be right on top of mine right away. 70 lap stage dip.
Yeah, the tires are. I hear that they are very fast, so that can make for a fun race tonight. All right, Ryan Preece on pole, Bubba Wallace on the front row. Green flag is in the air. We are racing from Richmond.
Some Saturday night short track racing. Let's go. The Cookout 400 here in Richmond is underway, and the poleman Ryan Preece leads the field.
William Byron, about row 7. He jumped up, made it 3 wide, picked up some spots. Still trying to make it work. McDowell trying to shut the door. Trying to get to that right rear quarter panel. McDowell knew that was going to be a costly spot. 3 wide with the dive move to the inside. Chase Elliott, that teal car stuck in the middle.
That's Bubba Wallace down on the low side for 2311 Racing. What a stretch he's having at the moment. That team is in form, and ever since he won the Brickyard 400, Jeff, there is no looking back.
And tonight's an opportunity to start building that playoff momentum. Chase Elliott with a stereotypical move for this racetrack. Make a late left.
What'd you do today, Jaden?
Trying to gain that position, getting into turn 1.
And you'll see Alex Bowman a couple of cars back. We did have that pre-race report, but fortunately for the 48 team, it did keep its original starting position. BuildSubmarines.com on board for Brad Keselowski.
A lot of the conversation about tire wear. How hard can you run early in a run, Steve? Can you be aggressive with these tires? Are you going to hurt them? That's something I think these drivers and teams are going to learn throughout the night. Practice, they just lost so much grip in 50 laps, nearly 3 seconds. But that was in the heat of the day. Now the
Went shopping.
The drivers now know the limitations. Cool. They're the best stock car drivers in the world.
Buy any cool things?
Pre-race, we mentioned drivers like those 3 right there. The 11 of Denny Hamlin, the 6 of Brad Keselowski, the 9 of Chase Elliott. I think that experience will show. Remember we had tire wear at Bristol. It was the wily veterans that showed up.
At the back of the pack, if you're a Joey Logano fan, he has made up 3 positions fairly swiftly. Here's the Hunt Brothers Pizza onboard camera. He's just got past Corey Heim as he tries to weave his way through.
Well, he's got to go, because if he doesn't, he's going to get lapped. That's the danger in losing track position. They'll get around to you quick.
Yeah, Jeff, the poor thing for Joey Logano is he didn't lose it, he just never had it. He just dreams about being towards the front of the field.
Look at this. Look at the Corley Chevrolet of A.J. Allmendinger up against the wall, side by side with Tyler Reddick. A.J. had his best start of the year and now is edging his way closer to holding on to that second spot.
Conversation with A.J. He wasn't real happy with his car in Racetrail yesterday. Was a little surprised that he qualified as well as he did. Said they needed to make some adjustments. Needed to get the front end to work a little bit better. Looks like they've done it.
He told me today, I am going to try as hard as I have ever tried to get this thing done. The biggest challenge is balance and tires. Haven't we heard that before?
That's it, Steve.
Yeah.
Good handling car. Don't wear the tires out. Sounds easy.
Xfinity Mobile on board for Tyler Reddick. It was a really eclectic mix, Steve, at the end of qualifying. Certainly, say, in the top 15. Just it was mixed up with the likes of Allmendinger being as high as he has. Michael McDowell having a good qualifier. I mean, it was different drivers in interesting positions. And people in prominent positions not necessarily locked into the playoffs.
You know, shame on me a year ago. Austin Dillon showed speed in practice. I didn't believe it. I just didn't. I hadn't seen the 3 have that raw speed. And then he comes out, and I know he won the race in controversial fashion, but the truth is, until he kind of flubbed that final restart, he had to win. It was his race to win, and that's why I'm not ruling out.
So far, not much movement. Ryan Preece still leading.
I learned my lesson a year ago. So which one of these other drivers are going to show up now with only 2 races left?
A.J. Allmendinger's moved up to second, though.
Or will it be like a William Byron, right here hanging tough on the outside of the 77? Because, Jeff, that's the other conversation is the drivers that are in the playoffs. I mean, remember, SVG won a week ago. We don't expect him to be a championship contender. I think he would say that even on his own, right, learning the ovals. But that leaves the regulars, right? Who has the momentum? Who has something motivating them heading to the playoffs?
Yeah, I think it's so important to enter the playoffs knowing you and your team are where you need to be. Confidence makes a difference. When things start going poorly for you, Steve, and it does, there's adversity for every team in the playoffs. You have to have confidence that you know what to do to get yourself out of it.
Yeah, you're clear here. Clear. Just looking to roll back. He's there just outside.
It's the fight for 9. The ally on board from Alex Bowman shows us Austin Cindric.
Kevin Hamlin, the spotter, was the radio you heard. Very calmly, almost like he's riding along with his driver. Just information, encouragement. This would be a great look at just how, the cars are driving as we get longer into this run. Now 13 laps complete. Here comes A.J. Allmendinger. The speed continues out of college racing.
Earlier this week, if I had asked either of you on the 15th lap of this race, would you say Ryan Preece, A.J. Allmendinger? I think I know the answer.
If Jeff says yes, he's lying.
It's good. That's what we want at this point in the season.
That's what we saw in practice. We just saw so many different drivers and teams that we didn't expect to have tons of speed, and it's happening tonight so far.
Let's check in with Dave Burns. Dave-O?
Covering the leaders tonight, Ryan Preece in that blue 60 Mustang. Talk to him about the start of this race. I said, how aggressive are you going to be? He said, oh, you'll see aggressive. I want that control. We've got the best starting spot. This helps us dictate the race, the pace on those tires early on. Jeff, you know that if you're out front, you control things.
Makes such a difference. Even on a short track, Dave, have a little bit of clean air. You can manage your tires a little bit better. You're not having to fight for position. Put your car in a situation you really don't want it to be in. This is definitely the place everybody wants to be.
It's been a special period, too, for Ryan Preece because he got to race his wheel and modified car here on Friday night. Didn't win that race, but it's always good when he can go back to his roots. And in recent time, was just voted in the top 40 all-time drivers for the Wheel and Modified Tour. What a nice honor.
That's awesome. One driver that at the start of this race has not been kind to is Chris Buescher. He's lost 7 spots from where he started. They're struggling with handling. The car's not driving the way he wants it to drive. Not the beginning of the race this team is looking for.
Check in with Marty Snyder. Marty?
Yeah, Lee, so far not a word from Chris Buescher about losing those 7 spots that Jeff mentioned, but Steve, here's Scott Graves, his crew chief,
dropped 7 spots.
Situation here, being that last car currently in.
Yeah, with Ryan Preece as the leader, Kyle Busch definitely would be in a must-win situation.
Down through stage 1, that seems to be the aggressive.
I think if there was no new winner, I think he would still be pretty much in a must-win, but it wouldn't be like mathematically must-win.
You can make yourself feel good early, or you can be in position late. And I think the trick is when you have a tire limitation of how many sets you think you need, you're better off to save them to that final stage. That's when the most points are paid. That's when the trophy is given out. You just have to make sure you can stay on the lead lap if someone else chooses that aggressive strategy.
Let's take you back just a moment ago and show you Jesse Love and Riley Herbst. Some contact.
2 young drivers getting moved around by an experienced driver. Joey Logano saying, I got to go, boys. Looked like he was into the back of the 33 of Jesse Love.
Let's make a little passage for me so I can sneak on through and continue to climb. Logano is up from 38th and last to 31st. Racing under the lights here in Richmond. Glad you're with us.
Kyle Busch said that his car wants to spin out in the turns. Yeah. Kyle Busch struggling with the car, handling.
Come get the new Mount McDonaldland shake when you order the McDonaldland meal.
There's a place no map will show you. A secret spot. A high-performance hideout for cars that crave chaos. New brakes? Check. Roll cage? Check. A spoiler so big it doubles as a picnic table? Oh, you bet. Every apex we nail, every second we shave, it's all knowledge that goes right back into your ride. Look like fun? It is. You in?
Pod's last sale of the summer has been extended. Save up to 25% on moving and storage until September 22nd. Whether you're relocating to your new home or renovating your current one, save up to 25%. Pods brings the container to you, and you can pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new place or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And you don't have to do the driving. See why Pods is the most awarded container moving company. Book at pods.com today.
Limu Limo at your service. Here to help you save hundreds by customizing your car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Probably should have gone the other way.
I've never been to Richmond. I have been near Richmond. We have driven through Virginia before, and we saw a sign that was like Richmond Raceway and like some amount of miles.
I love wings.
And yeah, that was cool, but never actually been.
There it is. Welcome to the final fight for the playoffs. More heat, more heartbreak, more chances slipping away. From Iowa to Watkins Glen, Richmond to Daytona, every lap, every pass, every point matters. Now it's time for more desperation, more determination, more drama. Only on NBC and streaming on Peacock. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to NASCAR.
Would I ever go to Watkins Glen? I've been to Watkins Glen. And yeah, I'd go, but I mean, the Cup races there are pretty boring.
The RFK Ford of Ryan Priest.
No, I didn't see the Martinsville sign.
Look at this.
Sure there is, though.
Competitors, owner and driver. Denny Hamlin in the progressive Toyota Camry passes one of his drivers in Tyler Reddick from 2311.
My advice would be to follow him. You are learning. The guy in front of you is one of the best at this racetrack. And
at the beginning of the race, I said Bubba Wallace was on the front row.
Anything you can learn from Denny Hamlin.
That wasn't true. It was Tyler Reddick. He's just using that scheme Bubba won with, so
just ahead of Denny
I got
Hamlin
confuzzled.
is AJ Allmendinger, who runs Kim in a fine second place.
That's right. Remember in pre-race I said that AJ was surprised by their qualifying effort, so I asked him why. He said, well, we haven't had a good
I think 7-Eleven pizza is better than Little Caesars.
races here. I'm still trying to figure out what a good car means. So they still have
And it's
questions
cheaper.
after yesterday on how good the car really was. I'd say it's good. He's still running in that second position.
Denny Hamlin is notorious for knowing
Byron's
what
on
he
pit
needs in
road.
the car here at Richmond. Told Chris Gale after practice yesterday, car really good.
Yeah.
And we talked about people maybe splitting stage one in half. Well, here you go, Steve. Rudy Fugle making the call to bring William Byron.
And Byron's already pitting.
39 to go in stage one. Very likely the scuff set of tires that he used in qualifying went on there for William Byron, who said he was literally drifting on entry, way tight in the center. So you wonder if this is going to bring other teams down pit road, Steve.
It's a little bit sooner than I thought they would come. I thought it'd be right at lap 35, dead in the middle. It's a 24 rejoins. One advantage here at Richmond is the way pit road works. You actually don't lose as much time as you would just imagine. You lose about 29 seconds, 19 seconds rolling, and 10 seconds on pit road. So you look at 29 seconds total, that's about a lap and a half, depending on where you're running, or just under a lap and a half. We see now Kyle Larson in the 5 coming to pit road, so this seems like a Hendry Motorsports decision. Kim.
Kyle Larson pitting from near the back of the field. Remember, they had a terrible qualifying effort. We're afraid of going a lap down. They will make a chassis adjustment. We're still trying to get that balance better for Kyle, so it does definitely look like a Hendrick.
Larson's pitting, Ty Dillon's pitting.
This stage in half. Dave.
Ty Dillon's going to take advantage of this strategy as well. You heard Jeff Burton talk in the pre-race show how he spoke with Ty and how confident Ty was about the speed in this race car this weekend. So we'll see how it works out here as they get their first set of new Goodyear tires on that car. As well, Kyle Busch now, who started back in the pack with a substandard qualifying performance, started 28th, was being chewed up and going in the wrong direction. His car falls over on the right rear, really loose on exit. Changes here, including the 4 tires and full of fuel. Here comes Eric Jones from Legacy Motor Club. That car has been decent this weekend. They knew that they had to, though, go forward, and being in the back of the pack, they had to take on this strategy as well, Marty, splitting the stage in two.
Denny Hamlin comes to a sliding stop in his pit stall, pitting from the 3rd position. I can confirm these are the qualifying scuffs for Denny Hamlin going on the car. So the car was just way too tight. And the 1 mark, a little bit longer on the left rear, and right behind them, Chris Buescher comes to pit road. That'll be stickers for Buescher, Kim.
Yeah, Austin Dillon already finished up his stop. Can also confirm qualifying scuffs on the 3 of Austin Dillon as we see him leaving pit road.
Looks like everybody's just putting their qualifying tires on.
Good work from Denny Hamlin. He got past A.J. Allmendinger for second just prior to pitting. Here is Tyler Reddick, and Dave's there.
So Tyler was a little bit loose.
I'd be interested to see what would happen if Priest didn't pit this stage. I'd be interested to see, like, if he would actually be caught.
Billy Scott calling him in here halfway through stage 1.
Austin Cindric coming down pit road. He described the entry as, quote, good, but the exit just okay. Ryan Priest still on the track. He has not come to pit road. A moment ago, Chase Briscoe came to pit road. So really a mixed bag here. So far, the RFK cars of Priest and Keselowski staying out, Kim.
As you see there, Ty Gibbs got his stop. He was just complaining about losing rear lateral on that run.
12 cars currently have yet to come to pit road, and I think that's really going to be the story. Are those 12 trying to save a set of tires? When I did the math before, I think if you were going to put a set of tires on the middle of this stage, you could run nearly 13 seconds faster over the course of 70 laps. But at the expense of a used set of Goodyears. Remember, only 8 sets for the race. You have to somehow make it 400 laps, Dave.
So road course ace Shane Van Gisbergen comes down pit road. The 88 will get 4 fresh tires. His crew chief told me that he believed that his abilities on the road course saving tires were going to help him here tonight. We'll see how far forward he can go. And then after a great run last week, a top 10 for Daniel Suarez at Watkins Glen. The 99 driver brings the 99 to pit road. He'll get 4 fresh tires and Sunoco fuel.
No, I haven't actually gotten any of those.
The question begs, how far can the 60 of Ryan Priest go? How far will he go? Now 41 laps in the books.
So here's Denny Hamlin. He'll be unlapping himself. Look how much faster he is on these new tires. So what's a lap time? We'll call it 25 seconds. Denny Hamlin is 25 seconds behind race leader Ryan Priest with 29 laps to go. My math says he wins this stage easy. He unlaps himself. He drives completely around the racetrack and passes the 60. Let's listen into the 60 of Priest.
Hey, we've been taking care of it. I mean, everybody's pitting, but in our bed, it's too late to pit now.
So our crew chief just said, hey, we've made our bed. It's too late to pit now. So they're going to ride this out. But, Steve, to your point, they will have a set of tires over the entire field.
Wait, Priest is actually going to ride this out?
And everybody's gone through them. That could be a major advantage for this team.
Yeah, so I don't think there's any way they're going to win the stage, but they should stay on the lead lap. So let's thank our friends at iRacing for this virtual Richmond Raceway. The leader, the white car, the yellow car, the chaser comes to pit road. Let's speed it up about 3 times. The yellow car will stop in the pit box for about 10 seconds.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how this will work out.
The leader comes around, boom, laps the yellow car. That's what Priest did to Hamlin.
Yeah, this presentation is really pretty cool.
He's going to rejoin the racetrack. I'll speed it up 5 times. I'll give you a hint. In about 4 laps, the yellow car on the fresh tires unlaps itself. That's the key. It looks complicated, but here you go. It's risky. You tell up at the top where it says -1 lap. That's the risk factor. Once he passes the leader, boom. That's where Denny Hamlin is right now, back on the lead lap. So that's working great for Hamlin. Now Byron, Dillon, Cindric, Blaney, Barry, they're in that danger zone right now. They have to get by Priest to unlap themselves. Hamlin right now, he's all the way up to
I don't know if Priest's going to be able to win this stage.
18 seconds back.
26 laps to go right now.
The time off, by the way, too fast entering pit road for the 54 of Ty Gibbs. He will have to serve that penalty. Good work.
Ty Gibbs got a penalty.
To be able to leapfrog A.J. Allmendinger in that cycle of stops. So that was good work from 23-11, following in Denny Hamlin's footsteps. And here is Reddick right on cue, following his boss.
You know, that iRacing presentation was actually pretty cool.
And there's that time difference that Steve was talking about.
Syndic's unlapping himself, Byron's unlapping himself.
I think Denny Hamlin's going to
Did you guys see that Blaney scheme tonight? That shit's fucking sick.
Reddick behind him, the next car on new tires.
15.5 seconds behind the race leader, Ryan Preece, with 23 to go in this opening stage.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made
these similar to the Kyle scheme.
$15 bills. You know, it's green, Mint saves you money, maybe my face is on it, maybe the back of my head as well. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial here, and now I have a lot of counterfeit money to burn.
Meet the IHOP House Faves value menu. Everything's just $6. Like the Breakfast Faves combo. $6. French toast breakfast, $6. $6 for all this and all that. That's a lot of breakfast for $6. Weekdays at IHOP.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills.
My watch is broken.
You can tell time by measuring the sun's distance from the horizon. Looks like happy hour. Head for the mountains.
Your mental health is better. But having uncontrollable body movements called TD, tardive dyskinesia, can feel embarrassing.
I asked my doctor about treating my TD with
Ingrezza. #1 prescribed Ingrezza is clinically proven to treat TD, quickly reducing TD movements by greater than 5 times at 2 weeks. 98% of people were still satisfied with Ingrezza after 2 years, and you can keep taking most mental health meds.
Ingrezza can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden behavior, mood changes, or suicidal thoughts. Don't take Ingrezza if allergic. Serious side effects may include allergic reactions like sudden, potentially fatal swelling and hives, sleepiness, the most common side effect, and heart rhythm problems. Know how Ingrezza affects you before operating a car or dangerous machinery. Report fever, stiff muscles, or problems thinking, as these might be life-threatening. Shaking, stiffness, drooling, and trouble with moving or balance may occur.
Taking control starts with asking your doctor about Ingrezza.
Ingrezza.
Trimble knows that in the industries we all depend on, just like on the track, every turn matters. If you want to turn deadlines into finish lines, then turn to Trimble Technology. Confidence at every turn. And you can learn more at trimble.com. Racing under the lights, and the race is on for Denny Hamlin to catch race leader Ryan Preece, who has not pitted when we left you. The margin was about 15.5 seconds. Denny has halved that. Steve, it's down to 7.
Yeah, the big challenge in all of these engineering synopsis is traffic, right? That's the variable. We know how much the cars fall off. We know how much faster you should go. You see in the upper left, only 18 laps on Hamlin's tires, 17 on Reddick's, who's right on the rear bumper of the 11. He's absolutely going to catch Chase Elliott and Ryan Preece with 50-something laps. The question is, all the cars in front. I don't think it's a question of if he will catch him, it's just when. But the variable in the equation is always traffic.
Jeff, I'm going to come back to you and ask you about the driving aspect for Preece, but first let's check in with Marty. What you got?
Well, I wanted to show the right front that came off Brad Keselowski's car lead. He went the furthest of anyone. He went 42 laps.
Yeah, you can tell it's definitely worn.
On the inside of the right front seat, and it's pretty much all the way around this right front tire for Brad Keselowski, who again went a little bit further than everybody else. 42 laps on that tire. Is that a concern if you're Jeremy Bullins?
Actually, it's really not. I know it looks awful. I think that'll improve a little bit as the night goes on. It also improves a little bit the longer you run. I would be concerned if there was chunks missing, but just the actual little bit of cuts you see just in the tread. It's uncomfortable, and I'm not sure I would want to see it if I was a driver, but I've seen it before as a crew chief. You see the tire specialist right there measuring actually how much rubber is left on the tire. The battle continues for what I think will eventually be the win of the stage between Hamlin and Reddick.
Yeah, Reddick has jumped to the outside. Denny Hamlin just running the bottom of the racetrack the way he's done so many times here. Denny Hamlin just getting to that yellow line as quickly as he can, trying to roll the middle. Tyler Reddick running the top, trying to kind of diamond the corner, meaning enter high, exit low. Two completely different driving styles here.
Give us some more of those driving tips for Ryan Preece. He knows that his advantage is being swallowed up. How difficult is it to manage from where he sits?
Well, he knows that he's going to get past. So what he's trying to do is limit the amount of damage that is going to happen. So how do you do that?
Tires are falling off big time. The leaders are in your mirror, less than almost a second. They're coming, trying to stay
Here comes
on
Reddick
the
trying to get past Hamlin.
Spin those rear tires. Reddick underneath the 11.
And yeah, I think they're pretty much definitely going to pass Priest.
Before.
I want to see that shot of Priest's tires when they come off.
Gobble up that 60 easily in the next 12 laps, and both the 11 and the 45 know it. It's a race to get to Priest, right? You want to get to him, and you want to be.
Yeah, I think they're definitely going to get to
he's
him.
Not yet. So what is going to happen here? Is he going so slow? Oh, Hamlin
in the wall.
He thought he was trying to get
Here comes Reddick. Reddick by Priest for the lead.
Yes. And if the 45 got to the left side of the 60, the 45 now the race leader. And that's a moving pick, is essentially what Priest ended up being right there.
For the first time today, we have a different race leader. Let's have a look at that and watch the all-blue progressive Toyota Camry of Denny Hamlin.
Just this wall gets hit all the time. This wall just jumps out on you. When you leave turn 2, we went around the pace car the other day and showed you how tight this corner is. It is amazing how different it is in turn 4. You can get up there, and the next thing you know, you're hitting.
I wonder how far Priest will fall back. I wonder if he'll still get stage points.
Costing him a stage win, but I love this call for Ryan Priest. I love this call for Chase Elliott, for Alex Bowman, for all of these cars.
Priest
the
to
77,
third.
the 7, the 71, all 3 Spire cars. As long as you stay on the lead lap, which is going to be very difficult for the 7 and the 71, but if you stay on the lead lap and have a set of Goodyear tires, that final stage, you get a couple yellows, it is like winning the lottery. You're going to have more grip than the entire field by a huge margin.
It was a big conversation prior to the drop of the green flag about tyre conservation and the tyre allotment. How many sets the teams had to play with here tonight, Marty?
And Lee, at this point, Chase Elliott just trying to hang on. But to Steve's point, they would be at a massive advantage with a few others later in the race if they get this extra set of tires in essence. But Chase was very clear on the radio to his spotter, Trey Poole, about the information he wanted and what he didn't.
Got a string of them coming again. 3 back. I don't care about anything but what's going on with the people that are coming on the other strategy.
Jeff, knowing you're at a tire deficit when you're driving behind the wheel, what kind of discipline does it take for Chase Elliott and all these other teams who have not stopped to not panic and say, hey, I know this is going to pay off later?
Well, I think that's what Chase was saying. Look, the only information I want to know right now is the guys that are coming behind me on tons of speed, just keep me informed on that. You pay attention to the strategy. I'm going to make as much lap time as I can on these old tires, and it'll be what it'll be. 7 laps to go. We'll see how this shakes out.
So when we cross the line to take the white flag in the final lap of the stage, that'll be lap 69 completed.
The other drivers, I mentioned the Spire drivers, with the lowest car on this strategy, the 7 of Justin Haley. He is basically in the middle, exiting turn 4, and here's the race leader of Reddick entering turn 3. So about the front stretch, 6 laps. That seems like more than enough time, but remember, Haley is slipping and sliding on these tires. You see it on the bottom left on the map. That 7 car, for this strategy to pay, he can't lose a lap. Small moments in these races make a big difference. For Justin Haley, he's hoping this traffic. There he is, first car in line, that all-black car. You see all this traffic.
First stage of this race has already been pretty good, you know? Just all the tire stuff, man.
Way up the racetrack.
I enjoy it.
He is back in 30th. This is not the start we expected from Kyle Busch. Great speed yesterday in practice, fastest in practice, really good long-run speed, but he has been going backwards.
Yeah, Randall, come on.
Gets into turn 3, and the car
Bro, what the fuck?
I believe he probably got loose on.
No, he didn't hit the wall.
Turn it, or he
got close, though.
Just had to chase it up
Yeah, that's a pretty sick paint scheme, too, yeah.
So we're counting down the laps in this opening stage as Busch tries to regain some positions and work his way back. Tyler Reddick now has a handy 2.7 second buffer over Denny Hamlin. Does this color scheme look familiar? And the sponsor, Chumpa Casino, was exactly the same scheme as what his teammate Bubba Wallace won the Brickyard 400 in. Maybe some of that luck rolls off here in Richmond.
Well, I don't call it luck, I call it performance, and it's the repeat performance of a year ago where he ended up winning this race. Austin Dillon was running 14th, qualified outside the top 10, settled in, clicked some laps off. Between strategy, execution, and pit stop, Austin Dillon up to 4th. That's a big win in stage 1 as you see the battle for second heating up between owner
Bubba's
and
made it up to
driver,
second.
the 11 and Bubba Wallace.
23-11.
But Tyler Reddick is going to end up being Mr. 69.
Hamlin is pressuring Wallace, so it's the teammates. First and second. 1 lap to go in this opening stage, presented by Credit One Bank.
Final lap of the
Started
stage.
second, ran at the front. Priest kind of got an early advantage. Tyler Reddick and Denny Hamlin were on the same strategy. He came in. He was able to leapfrog AJ Allmendinger, who was running second early on. And then once Tyler Reddick got past one of his co-owners, he did not.
And Tyler Reddick is going to win stage 1 at Richmond.
There it is. Stage 1 goes to the driver from 2311, Tyler Reddick. Second stage win this year.
Ooh.
So there was enough.
That was about a 29-minute, 20-second green flag run for the start of the race. I'm going to go outside and smoke, and I will be back for the start of the second stage. Come on, Tester.
When my doctor gave me Breztri for my COPD, I noticed things changed. Breztri gave me better breathing starting within 5 minutes. It also reduced flare-ups.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about Breztri.
We represent people on the worst day of their lives. Let us help you.
You need to drop this case.
We're going. That's the biggest firm in the state.
We do not surrender.
Big mistake.
Donnie Ray Black was murdered. They knew about it. They covered it up.
If you want to screw the people who screwed our client, what are you willing to do to be a rainmaker?
The Rainmaker.
To be a pet parent is to be human. Sometimes we feel guilty. We can only do so much. That's why more and more pet people rely on Hills, with scientifically proven formulas to get more love than humanly possible. Because you're only human, there's Hills.
It could help you save.
Hello again. How excited I am to meet you. Only in New York.
Invitation delivered.
What show and tell today? Be careful. There are others. On their way.
Order Paramount Plus with Showtime on Channel 865 HD.
Hey, with Verizon. NASCAR on USA is brought to you by Credit One Bank NASCAR American Express Card. Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. Visit progressive.com. And by Toyota. Let's go places. A lot happened in the first 70 laps, but the big choice was to pit or not to pit. A handful of cars didn't. Notably, the race leader, Ryan Preece, who at the end of the stage finished 15th. Chase Elliott 13th, and Alex Bowman in 17th. The three highest finishers. Positions lost, but right there, extra set of Goodyear tires that may pay huge dividends later in the race, Kim.
Wave of momentum for Bubba Wallace and this team coming in. You see him at the top of your screen. He's at free end, half a number tight in the center. Could be better there, but don't touch my entry. Slight air pressure on the jack, Marty.
Handling-wise, Denny Hamlin said he's way too free on exit, and they have to come back to the right side to jack it up again for Denny Hamlin. The bigger issue, Dave, for Denny Hamlin, he thinks he has right rear toe link damage from that contact with the wall.
Only second stage win of the year for Tyler Reddick comes at a good time. They're very weak on stage points, heading for the playoffs. Good stop for them. Look who's going to beat him on pit road, his teammate.
Both the 2311 cars, really slick work. It was close there when Reddick left his pit box with Ricky Stenhouse. But it was Ryan Preece, the pole sitter for just the second time in his career, who led the majority of that opening stage. Will that extra set of tires come in handy later?
COPD is an ugly reality. I watch as this world just keeps getting smaller. But then, Trelegy helped us see things a little differently. With 3 medicines and 1 inhaler, Trelegy keeps airways open for a full 24 hours and prevents future flare-ups. Once daily Trelegy also improves lung function, so he can breathe more freely all day and night.
Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy for COPD, because breathing should be beautiful all day and night.
Skipping breakfast wasn't a big deal before.
I got you.
But now, Wendy's has Buck Biscuits, like the Honey Buddy Chicken Biscuit, so you'll never skip breakfast again. If you're smart. Breakfast for a buck? Gotta be Wendy's.
From local shops in Portland, Maine, to national garages in Portland, Oregon, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service are here to keep your business moving at full speed.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made these $15 bills. You know, it's green, Mint saves you money. Maybe my face is on it. Maybe the back of my head as well. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial here. And now I have a lot of counterfeit money to burn.
What a sight that is, Richmond Raceway. Just the single race this year, and the fans have shown up in force to enjoy a night under the lights. So, while we're in this break, between stages 1 and 2, while we're in the break, 2 drivers received penalties. Denny Hamlin, Ryan Preece.
Denny Hamlin and Ryan Preece both got penalties. That's insane.
But I think actually the penalty on Preece is the 16 of Allmendinger. We're going to get clarification for NASCAR.
16 NASCAR?
You know the old 60, 16 sounds the same.
Oh, okay.
So
never mind.
1/6 of Allmendinger.
It's AJ Allmendinger got the penalty. But Denny Hamlin still has a penalty.
But there still is an emotional kind of, you know, just gives you a heartache. Now, listen, they dropped the jack right rear nod on. We've seen this a million times. Now, good job and good recovery to go back and jack it up, but it was absolutely going to hurt. But then in the 11, had a speeding penalty after that, so that was the penalty. You see the pit crew, though, they don't care about speeding. They're frustrated that they had a slow stop. They know that they're expected to perform better.
Jaden, when you met Kyle Busch, you should have asked him how it feels to play second fiddle to a Nepo baby.
So just to come back for that penalty on AJ Allmendinger's 16 team, vehicle interference was the call.
Another penalty on pit road. Chase Elliott, he was also penalized. He's going to the back.
So that's 3 cars that were prominent in the opening stage.
Yeah, and it's going to be, you just spotted the entire field. We made such a big deal about Joey Logano starting last. Well, now these guys are doing the same thing 71 laps into the race. So, you know, the good news, if you're the 9, is you at least saved a set of tires. Be thankful you didn't burn a set of tires if you're going to spot the field. But if you're the 11 at Denny Hamlin, you burned a set of tires and you still gave up every bit of track position. Same thing for Allmendinger in the 16, who was having an amazing day. Right there is the penalty on the 16.
All right, get ready. Stage 2.
All right,
ready to
back
roll,
green.
And it's an all 23-11 front row with Bubba Wallace leading the field back to green. Christopher Bell in that all-yellow DeWalt Toyota Camry for JGR. On that inside line, Reddick goes up around the outside.
Bubba pulling away with the lead. Ooh.
John Hunter Nemechek got really wild and loose there. Did he get help?
It's wild back there in the back. We see it every week. Christopher Bell right around the bottom, working his way around Tyler Reddick.
Jeff, let's give some love to the Team Penske drivers of Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney. Logano up 23 positions, Blaney up 15.
You see Austin Cindric right there running fourth. And the Alliance car, 21 of Josh Berry, he's moved up to 11.
Daniel Suarez comes into the picture nicely in that all-green 99, the Quaker State car. Daniel's coming off a top 10 from Watkins Glen last week. Really good to have all 3 Trackhouse cars in the top 10, and he's running well here, inside the top 10 in 7th at the moment.
message for our Brad Kozlowski. Running really well lately. Had several chances to win races this year, just has not been able to make it happen. Can he get it done tonight? I like the way this car looks. Let's ride along. BuildSubmarines.com, Cam. Watch what he does on corner exit. Just able to leave really low and straight. That's super important when you have a race like this, Steve, where you're trying to conserve tires. If the car will turn in the middle and then you can leave low, it saves those rear tires so much.
Eric Jones and Carson Hocebar with Chris Buescher tucked in behind. And even though Chris went backwards at the drop of the green initially, he's trying to claw his way back and confirm his position in the playoffs in that fifth third, number 17 for RFK Racing.
That chaotic first stage. You got Bowman and Buescher, Priest, all those guys in a tight point battle, especially Bowman and Buescher. Neither one of those guys got points in the first stage.
All right, so we got a little look ahead. You mentioned the big penalties. Denny Hamlin, the 11, had speeding. The 16, 1-6 of Allmendinger, but also the 9 of Chase Elliott. So take a look at the top. The 19 of Briscoe coming in his box, the 9 of Chase Elliott entering his. If we pull it forward just a little bit, look at that orange line that's in front of the 9. That's a guide for Chase Elliott, right? So if we take this car right here, this 9 car right here, he needs to be basically over. So for him to be legal, he needs to be over all the way over there. You have to be able to see this orange line right here. That's the guideline for the 9 of Chase Elliott. He is way too far to the left. He is in the 19 box. That orange line is only a penalty when someone's in the box. That is exactly what happened to Briscoe. That is a great call by NASCAR. Unfortunate for the 9.
Chase Elliott had that penalty.
I mean,
Started the rear.
Sorry, I don't know what you're supposed to do in a situation, unless you just want me to wave around and can pit the next time. He's a stick there, so yeah, it's all good.
I understand the frustration, but I will say if we take a look up pit road, right in front of the 9 is our Peacock pit box. So there's an opening leaving. I think that might have helped the 9 if he knew he could get a little wider around the 19. Use that opening to leave. I understand the frustration, but those orange lines are there for guides for the driver. Well, that's the exit, Steve. What about the entry, Jeff? How hard is that orange line to see?
Well, it's very difficult to see. However, it is difficult to make all that work when you have to go around the car in front of you, but it's what you have to do, right? It's your job as a driver. It's difficult. To Steve's point, with the clear box on exit of his pit box, then you can get in there deeper, and it makes it easier for the driver. Just a mistake there by Chase Elliott.
Top box, you're looking at Chris Buescher as he gets his way past the 1 of Ross Chastain. So Buescher at the moment has climbed his way. Car 17, position 17. Meanwhile, back up front.
That's a good idea, Jade.
Then Tyler Reddick. Then Ryan Blaney, his teammate Austin Cindric. Cindric had some interesting comments this week, saying even though the results don't look so flattering of late, I think our team's never had better unity, and I know exactly what it is I have to do at this critical stage of the season.
Well,
fucking
we've seen what
30th,
Penske's done in the playoffs the last several years, right? We think, hey, they're not running very well in the regular season. Get to the playoffs, they find a way to win championships. So Austin Cindric trying to catch some of that magic that his teammates have had.
So just a real quick, I mentioned NASCAR's call. So here's the orange line right here. You see this box. What that box is there for is this is kind of the view that NASCAR's cameras have. And if the camera can see that box, then they know the left side of the car is over the line. That box is really just an officiating box. That's the combination. I know it can be confusing, but that's the combination between the box and the line. So that can be, inspected by the camera system.
And those lines and boxes are used in times of an incident. They're guidelines, they're visuals for NASCAR to use when there's contact with a pit crew member or when a car is blocked getting into pit road. That's when they're used.
Man, there's lots going on in 94 laps. Tell us more about Christopher Bell, Dave.
Nice run so far tonight, Lee, for the driver of the 20 who won 3 races early in the 2025 season, has been looking to keep any momentum they can get as they head toward the playoffs here. His crew chief Adam Stevens told me today they thought their short track program would be as it has been, very good, and so a good pit stop by the team has Bell right where he needs to be, running down the 23 car if they can. A little free on entry, couldn't roll the center the way he wanted to, but they adjusted for that for this run.
Christopher was super strong here at Richmond a year ago. A 3-time winner this year. He led here last year, and then unfortunately with a late race pit stop got a pit road speeding violation and had to serve that penalty, and that kind of put paid to his chances. But here he is running in a super strong second. It's Toyota, Toyota, Toyota at the moment with Wallace, Bell and Reddick. Under the lights here in Richmond. One race to go after this before the playoffs. The margaritas to a Nascar audience, but that was pretty complex, so we came up with the catchy line. Ride the Dente, ride the Dente, that's all I wanna do, ride the Dente. Now, is this here country song about Chili's Presidente margaritas just a shameless way to sell Chili's Presidente margaritas? Yup, sure is. Ride the Dente.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Nobody likes a cracked windshield. But at least you can go to safelight.com and schedule a fix in minutes.
Can confirm. Very easy.
SafeLight can come to you for free, and our highly trained techs can replace your windshield right at your home.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Get it fixed now and pay later only at safelight.com.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made these $15 bills. You know, it's green, Mint saves you money, maybe my face is on it, maybe the back of my head as well. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial here, and now I have a lot of counterfeit money to burn. When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Professional. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Sonic just made snack time official with $1 Snacky Hour. $1 corn dogs, $1 mozzarella sticks, and $1 soft pretzel twist every day from 2 to 5 p.m. Sonic Snacky Hour. Live free, eat Sonic.
Early stages of the second stage here in the Cookout 400. Let's take a look at the Toyota driver update, because Toyota is well represented in the top 3 spots. Bubba Wallace, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick, and then Chase Briscoe running in the top 10. And the best 5 Toyotas, Eric Jones a little further back.
No real surprise to see these Toyotas up front. I said earlier that Reddick could probably, was smart for him to follow Denny Hamlin for a little while. Maybe Denny Hamlin taught Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick a little too much. Both with a lot of speed, and Bell, of course. A little bit deeper in the field, running in 19th place. Shane Van Gisbergen. Why are we going back here? Because he has won all these road course races, and everybody's talking about, can he advance in the playoffs? If you look historically, he's going to have to average about a 17th place finishes in round 1 with the points he's already earned. He only has one finish, a 17th or better on an oval this year. He is sitting here running 19th.
Jesus.
I know people are saying, hey, 19th isn't very good, but if you think about where SVG was versus where he is now, and this is a very, very difficult oval. In my eyes, Dave, this is a step forward for SVG and this team.
And it's not like he's not trying, Jeff. We know he's super talented, and he is studying. Who did he study for this race? A lot of Denny Hamlin. Looked at all the data he could to find out how Denny did what Denny does each and every year at Richmond. So Stephen Dorn, the crew chief, told me they ran 42 laps in practice. The tires came off worn, but not destroyed. He knew how to take care of it based on the studying he'd done, and he's done that so far here tonight, just struggling a little grip with overall grip.
Christopher Bell's trying to really put the pressure to a different level on Bubba Wallace at the front of this field. You know, Bubba is just stringing together ever since his Brickyard 400 with really consistent, positive results. Spoke to him earlier today. He says, man, this is going to be fun out here tonight. And Jeff, when you're in that positive frame of mind, it's easy to have fun when you're driving like he's driving, right?
Oh, no question. And it's even easier to have fun when you're out front. Leading races, this is all Bubba Wallace has ever wanted to do. Unfortunately for him, it's all Christopher Bell's ever wanted to do as well. Christopher Bell is working a completely different line around this racetrack. This is why, for drivers, this is one of the most popular racetracks that we go to. Because if the guy in front of you is doing something, you can do something completely different, trying to find your way around him. No better example than what's happening right here.
Well, one of his co-owners is the driver of the 11, Denny Hamlin. Tell us more about Denny, Marty.
Yeah, Lee, after that slow stop a moment ago, what was Denny Hamlin's reaction on the radio? Listen in.
Oh, no. Yep, copy that. I can tell from the jack drop it wasn't on already. Yep.
Steve, I love what Chris Gale said after that. He said, man, I wish I had some motivational speech for you, but you're just going to have to muscle your way through the field. And then he made the point to Gale, the longer we run, it seems like the better we get. So far, plus 11 after starting at the back for Denny Hamlin. Now make it plus 12 as he goes by Justin Haley there. But sometimes, Steve, you just got to make it work when you're in the back.
Yeah, and just to remind everybody, you know, I know it was a slow stop, but he was speeding as well. So it could have been the fastest stop in the world. Now, I don't know if the slow stop created the urge to speed or if one led to the other, but either way, the results are he was starting at the back. But I agree, Marty. I mean, at some point, you just have to figure it out. Now, I will say, you know, for the 11, they now have to look at what's next. So I'll let your head start to spin again there, Diff, but if you're going to stop 3 times in this stage, you're about 5 laps away from the window. I don't think they have enough tires to do that. So I expect them to only stop twice. So I imagine they're going to come around lap 125. But Priest, the guy with the extra set of tires, he's going to stop 3 times. So here comes the 60th Priest on pit road. He had been struggling. Steve. He restarted 14th. He had fallen back to 19th. So the car was not as good as it was before the end of that stage. Dave's there. Take it away.
But as you know, he's a wealthy man with that extra set of tires. So they are going to put on this set of tires here to start stage number 2. He said the car's way too free to run up in the high line, so he wasn't able to do that. And by the way, I looked at the set of tires that came off of his car after the full stage run, and the team showed them to me. They pointed them out. They said they look really good. So Ryan's doing a good job of maintaining the Goodyear rubber on his car.
So Ryan Priest off and
Let's
away.
go a little further back, but massive progress to the driver of the 22 Shell Ford for Team Penske, Joey Logano. He started last for just the 4th time in his career. Where is Joey now? He runs in 12th.
Yeah, what a great comeback by this team. This is what we've been expecting and hoping with these tires, is it would present this opportunity for passing, and we're seeing it tonight. This is what happened in practice. They took off early and they were slow. They feel like they had a tire going down the entire time. Finally, it failed. Contact, a ton of work they had to do to get this car ready.
Yeah, I talked to Paul Wolf about it. All the right front suspension.
He knew that it was going to be hard work, but he's made a very productive run. We'll see where Joey can go tonight.
So, you like NASCAR but don't know who to root for? Here's some Toyota legends you can get behind. Meet Tyler Reddick. Crushed it in Xfinity Series and now he's here. Basically the Cinderella story, if Cinderella drove 200 miles per hour. Then there's John Hunter Nemechek. New kid on the block, all gas, no brakes. Oh, and Denny Hamlin. Ever heard of Daytona? He's won it 3 times, no big deal. We have a lot of drivers, all legends. You pick. You in?
Change is always happening. It's part of life. Here at Xfinity, we want to do our part to keep one thing the same, with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. So no matter how your other costs change, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi, with our best equipment included, for a price that stays exactly the same.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. If you encounter one wolf, chances are there's a pack nearby. Fortunately, the same applies to bear. Head for the mountains of Florida.
Subway's got a new meal of the day. Chips and a drink for just $6.99. Or if you're big hungry, you get a foot long for only $2 more. Big hungry, is that a thing? That should be a thing. Find your fresh with the all-new $6.99 meal of the day at Subway.
Okay, your home, auto, and business vehicle are all protected with Progressive. Nice. It gets a bit overwhelming running a business and a family. Ooh, sounds like someone could use a vacation. A what? A vacation. Like taking a break from the stresses of life and work. Oh, like when I'm logging everyone's hours so I get to sit for a while. No. Oh, like when I'm making a delivery in my van and a song comes on that I like. No. So like when I take my work van to the car wash and it's all quiet in that tunnel for like 5 minutes. No, it's like when you go away and you take pictures and, I don't know, I've never been on one either.
Back at Richmond under the lights, and Bubba Wallace continues to lead the way, but there has been a change while we were away, and that change is for second place because his teammate Tyler Reddick has got Christopher Bell. Let's go for a ride with Reddick now, with thanks to Xfinity Mobile.
These guys, like I said, back on full swing here. Not sure when the 51 will pit, just to run over.
Marty.
Chris Buescher on pit road, so this is more in the cycle of those who will stop twice here in stage 2. I think this is going to open a massive window for everyone to come down pit road. Just a little bit too free for Chris Buescher again.
And Austin Dillon reporting he likes his car. No major changes or adjustments. They did have a slight right rear hiccup on the last stop, looking for a better stop this time. Joey Logano finishing up his service on the car. He's
Bunch of guys pitting now. Chase is pitting.
Chase Elliott on pit road. They too kind of coming in this window to pit twice here in stage 2. Remember, they still would have the advantage if they did that with another set of tires. Alan Gustin leaving him on the lead pit road. Now, meanwhile, Denny Hamlin coming down pit road.
Hamlin's pitting.
Terrific progress from Hamlin at the very end of that run. The strength of the 11 car is exactly what Chris Gale said on the longer run, and a much cleaner stop for the 11
Nice stop there for Hamlin. After a few bad stops earlier.
Wallace on the top is the leader currently, but this guy, Ryan Preece, because of that early pit stop, is going to have a huge advantage. He had the newest tires early, and I'm just telling you, watch this 60. New tires feel good, Jeff. You said it's the best thing for a race car driver, but it's like driving through chaos right here. As you look ahead, they're 2 and 3 wide in the middle of 1 and 2.
Exact opposite of what he had in the first stage where everybody was going by him. Now he gets to pass people, Dave.
For Goodyear Tires, Sunoco Fuel for Shane Van Gisbergen and SVG, learning the short ovals, getting better. 4 tires here to send him back on his way. More lateral grip needed. You see also Eric Jones coming off in the 43 car. His car was pitting there, and Tyler Reddick was going to pit, but they said, you're right near him, so don't pit now. The 43 is in. Come up for one more lap.
Hello there, Kev. How you doing tonight? You enjoying some fucking NASCAR, or are you fucking doing some dumb shit?
Brad Keselowski coming down pit road.
Anything besides watching NASCAR would be considered dumb shit.
On the long run, and he told Jeremy Bowens, he said, listen, I'm managing it as best I can, but I'm way over-rotating the entry and the exit of the corner. A little bit longer stop there for the 6s. Also, you saw Cindric flash by him as well, who was running the top 5.
Here's Kyle Busch pitting.
2, loose off 3. I guess the 8 is still loose. They'll make more adjustments for Kyle Busch, who's won here so many times. He had that good feeling yesterday in practice.
Good stop there for him.
We'll see what happens.
We want Dom. Well, Dom is a bitch. I don't know what he's doing.
Thinking about trying to eliminate a green flag stop here to save a set of tires. We saw how just painful that can be, Kim.
Yeah, for Ryan Blaney, felt like it went a little free all the way through the corner during the last
Blaney's
run.
pitting, Briscoe's pitting.
Front chattered just a little bit. He's more
during that flurry of stops as the race leader, Bubba Wallace, comes in. Ryan Preece was able to unlap himself, and he now runs in 4th place, Kim.
Yeah.
Bubba Wallace to the attention of his crew. He said
It's fun watching, you know, a legendary Hall of Fame driver run second fiddle to a Nepo baby. I love Austin Dillon, but, I mean...
I'll tell you what was so impressive about their run was the end of the run speed. In fact, Rudy Fugle told him at one point, you've been the fastest car for 5 straight laps. Keep it up. So Fugle making that call to kind of run longer here in stage 2.
Wait, Kyle's back down pit road. Too fast entering. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Tonight, we have some entertainment. We'll have the H car getting a penalty.
He went from basically the back of the pack to the front of the pack with about 15 lap fresher tires. Now you see the 3 of Austin Dillon. He's going to pass the 60.
Jaded to number 1.
Probably has a little bit fresher tires, but remember this, Preece was 13 seconds back of the leader. Came to pit road on the early side. He made up 13 seconds. It's just unprecedented tire fall off. People want a tire fall off, but we have it tonight.
Here's the negative to that. He pitted early, but here's the 3 of Austin Dillon. Pitted about 10 laps after he did, so he has much better
Austin
tires.
Dillon's leading right now. That's the freshest tires,
Remember what
too.
he told out Dave Burns in the pre-race show,
Some
Austin
of them.
Dillon. He feels good. He got that controversial win here a year ago, only to have his playoff berth taken away.
Few laps older than some of the other guys, but
etc. But the driver of the 3 feels he can duplicate that win here tonight. We'll see. So much longer to go, and look at this traffic.
Bell was running so well at the end of that stage, and just look how this has cycled. Look at the mess in front of this 20. All really per position. The 71 to 2, the 48 to 5, all per 3 wide.
Yep, must win at Daytona. That's what this means.
There you go. Todd Gilliland down on the low side. Ty Gibbs was stuck in the middle. Austin Cindric, Alex Bowman was there. Justin Haley's having a decent night. He's trying to work his way through.
Well, Ty Gibbs, he was just hoping not to get run over.
My
Out there
glorious
on old
Austin
tires.
dildo. Damn.
Look at this racing.
That's something.
So the order is Austin Dillon. Daniel Suarez now has got by Preece. So too is Tyler Reddick and Joey Logano. Again, that's Logano from 38th and
Glory
last
hole dildos.
to 4th place. What an incredible run for the driver of the 22. Then Bubba Wallace, then Ryan Preece, Chris Buescher, Kyle Larson, Austin Cindric, and Christopher Bell on screen in that yellow number 20 in the top 10. What a night here in Richmond. We knew it was going to be frantic. This has been awesome. The tire fall off is giving us some phenomenal racing.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. Here at Xfinity, we want to do our part to keep one thing the same, with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. So no matter how your other costs change, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi, with our best equipment included, for a price that stays exactly the same.
Want the truth to come out.
See how far the rabbit hole goes. Who are we talking about? The next president?
So guess what happens next?
The SVU Conspiracy Cases Marathon, tomorrow on USA.
Here we come to dominate, that's it. Don't stop now.
If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare,
Well, Tom will not
you
be
need
coming
give
with
a
us
call
to New
right
Hampshire.
now. Private healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with no deductible. To get the coverage you need, call the number on the screen now.
Are you going to New Hampshire, Eric?
Welcome to Car Breakdowns 101. If your car is out of warranty, a car breakdown could eat you alive.
I keep
Do
forgetting
what
to
I did and
ask.
call Car Shield.
Or I think
They
I
get
did
expensive
ask
car
and you
repairs
answered,
taken
and
care
I
of
don't
so
remember
you
the
don't
answer.
Class dismissed.
Call 800-246-6940.
Why is Dom not coming with us? Because he a
Do you have an
bitch.
idea for an invention, but you don't know what to do next? Call Invent Help. They've been helping inventors for 35
Bring your brother
years.
and Eldon.
Call today for free information.
We have like a
Call
group
800-867-0280.
at this point.
Welcome to Car Breakdowns 101. If your car is out of warranty, a car breakdown could eat you alive. Do what I did and call Car Shield. They get expensive car repairs taken care of so you don't have to. Class dismissed.
Call 800-246-6940.
I still gotta edit the Pocono video. I've like pretty much just forgotten about it. I'm gonna do that soon.
We have got the 23-11 duo back in the top 2 positions in this race. Tyler Reddick leads teammate Bubba Wallace.
We're gonna try to bring something outrageous for a driver to sign. Got any ideas? Yeah, give me a few. You know, by the end of this race, we'll have a whole list.
All day, all night long, have been up front. Yeah, I mean, you look at it now, there's a few differences. 13.
I'm thinking like a giant thing of ham, like just a fucking giant ham. We get Denny Hamlin to sign it.
Jeff, I think Dylan has a really great car. Both 2311 Toyotas have shown up. Don't sleep on Joey Logano, who's gone from back to 5th. Not to mention Penske teammate Cindric right behind him. Penske teammate
we can't bring a weapon, so I was gonna say like a hammer. Also get Denny Hamlin to sign that.
Are endless, but I think the running order right now is a pretty good snapshot of who we think has some of the best cars. Buscher struggled early. He was falling backwards. They made that
bring Joey a slice of bread.
Good job on pit stops. Good job.
That's a good idea.
And making adjustments. They've got themselves back in this game.
We have been remiss to give a shout out to the
driver. What about a bullet? Yeah, I don't know if they'd like that either.
Larson, yes, started 30th, and he has made his way all the way up to 14th. That is good progress in that Hendrick Cars.
We could just pick up, you know, like the rock area. The rock area we were at, we could just pick up one of those giant rocks. Be like, hey, can you sign this? And then some guy comes over and he's like, sir, that is property of New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We're like, shut the fuck up.
Well, the drivers wanted tires that fell off, and they wanted options. And I believe Goodyear's delivered, and I think that better cars can move through the field. You know, I think cars like Denny Hamlin has driven, without a lot of tricks, driven his way inside the top 15. Yeah, you mentioned Goodyear. I just got to applaud the amount of effort that they have put in.
Get them to sign Raffy.
18 months to
there's only one man who can sign Raffy.
And come up with new technology.
And he's in San Francisco.
Racing, but the tires, the rubber on these tires are as soft as we have ever had in NASCAR racing. It is wild how soft they are. They have done a great job of listening to the industry, of working with the industry to create this type of racing. I want to applaud them.
You may remember last year here at Richmond there was an option tire. The right side tires here tonight is that option tire from last year. Left sides are a little bit harder. Let's get some updates from the pits. We kick it off with Dave Burns. Dave?
Let's kidnap Lee Diffie and get Denny Hamlin to sign him. I like that.
At this track, he said he used to be a guy that charged so hard into the corners.
I think I like crime. I think we should do some like crime.
Guess what else that does?
You know?
That helps save your tires. If you
like it's not as fun if it's not like illegal.
So far here tonight, he leads, Kim.
Joey Logano running 5th after starting from the rear, and Chrissy was very honest with me and said we had a lot of questions that were unanswered in practice due to the tire failure. We actually went back on adjustments to closer what we had.
What about a legal document saying they owe us money? There you go. We like slide it in a shirt. Like, can you sign my shirt? We slide it in a shirt, and it bleeds through the shirt, and yeah.
Right now, half a number tight to fire off. Coleman Presley reiterating to his driver.
Put him on a pardon for Diddy.
Kim, a moment ago, Jeff mentioned Chris Buescher.
I feel like we need to get Trump to sign that.
They have indeed made the car better.
That's one of those things that only one man could sign, and he definitely would not be there that day.
They pitted like 5 or 6 laps before everyone else did, and he's paying.
Can I get Denny Hamlin to sign the Epstein files?
But he's losing spots on those older tires.
There we go.
The price that Ryan Preece is paying, he knew he was going to pay. He has the best pit stall, and he has more tires at this point, fresh tires to use, than the rest of the field. So
they have like the silver Sharpies. Get them to sign my fucking TV remote. You can do that.
Wait for it to rotate back around to you.
Yeah, you just got to let it cycle. I would say I feel like that cycle was a net loss. He was 13 before the last pit stop. He was 15 before this pit stop. I would have expected him to cycle the other way. So, you know, we'll wait and see. Like I told you, what's the variable diff is traffic. Maybe he got caught up in traffic. 2 seconds could go by in a blink of an eye. I know we've said it multiple times.
I think like a goose or a duck would be awesome too.
Oh,
yeah.
He pitted on lap 123, the same as Austin Dillon. Ryan Blaney behind him 129. So Blaney with much fresher tires. Logano able to hold.
Like, remember when Jamie McMurray was holding a kangaroo? Like, we could get one of those. We could get a kangaroo.
They will contend to win this
And get somebody
Here
to.
it is. Look at this. This is classic Saturday night
You know?
short track race.
Who would sign the kangaroo? We get Hocevar to sign the kangaroo.
So you hear that radio? I think that's interesting because that's a spot right there. So think about the chaos, right? We haven't had a lot of yellows to reset this. We've watched the pit cycle now a couple times. Jeff, I can't imagine, like, behind the wheel, who's on what tires, who am I racing, is this for position, should I expect me to race me harder? Like, what kind of information can I help you with?
Can we get a race version of Ryan Priest's Daytona crash and get him to sign it?
Right? Because
Which one?
this battle, I'm trying to stay
Skip both.
abreast of what's in front of me. If somebody's coming behind me 3 seconds faster, they're going to
Cameron, you're not even like on the board yet, so
I need to know that.
we have a lot of work to do with that.
Focus ahead.
Think about how frustrating this is for AJ Allmendinger in the 16 right there. Had his best qualifying of the year, was running as high as second. That first pit stop, there was a car interference penalty that put him back down a lap, but he still remains a lap down.
We'll take a little snapshot. 5 seconds from Logano to Reddick, about 4.4 to Wallace if you do the math. Blaney right behind him. I have about
They rig it against
13-ish
you.
to 15-ish
You never win
until
this
we
shit.
see
Yeah,
these guys
true.
pit again. Let's just see in that 15-lap window if Logano can take some of that
God,
lead
did
that
she
we
got
see
a
on the
she
quarters of football.
fuck?
Let's give a
The
shout
fucking
out
Mr.
to a guy
Night
who's
Off.
enjoying the
Close your
rides
eyes
that
and
he
I
has
kiss
left
you,
in his
girl.
Trackhouse
And
Chevrolet.
the
And that's
fucking
Daniel
bitch.
Suarez in the 99 runs in 6th place. Again, reiterating that a top 10 performance last week. Really good for him and
Fire
his
Randall
teammates.
Burnett. How
And
about we
this
just
focus
fire
Chevy
everyone?
Has been in the mix pretty much, Jeff, all night long.
Yeah, he talked about the
That's-
challenges.
That's where it's at. It's like
Everybody focused. Justin Marks, the car.
you know, it's like the Rockies. It's like that's where it's at. It's like just fucking fire everyone, dude.
Relationship strong. He talked about how much respect he has for Daniel Suarez and how much Daniel has for Justin. So you love to see.
Keep Derek, yeah.
the team
We
stay
can keep
together
Derek
even though
Nealand.
They've announced a change.
Look at this. This is good stuff on the
And no, we
outside.
can keep
Cindric
Kyle.
trying to get
Kyle's
by
proven
Austin
that
Dillon.
he's a
Dillon
valuable
got a little
asset
loose there. Cindric has the
with
inside
his, you know,
option. Here's the
over
monster
20 years
here
of
from
racing
Ty
experience.
Gibbs. And now Cindric's easily cleared. It's 3 wide. With Suarez trying to get the advantage, but Gibbs is there making life extra difficult for him.
Oh!
Dillon is getting
Oh man, Dylan saved that.
a little bit. Finally able to do it. So new order is Reddick, Wallace, Blaney, Logano, Cindric, Suarez, Dillon, then Christopher Bell, then Chase Briscoe, who's just quietly sneaking his way forward in the top 10 in 9th, then William Byron and Denny Hamlin. For all of the issues earlier in this race, the driver of the 11, the Virginia native, is in 11th
The
place.
vagina native? What?
It's been a fun summer, but back to school is finally here. Make sure you get a free 5G phone and real unlimited data from Straight Talk, so you can show Grandma their new sneakers. Stream the last lap of the race, and order some last-minute school supplies while the kids enjoy the last moments of summer. Switch to Straight Talk and spend less.
What else could we
wireless with a
bring?
free 5G
What else
phone
could we
on us,
bring to
on
the
America's
track to
most
just have them
reliable 5G
sign?
network. Straight Talk, official
That would
partner of
be
NASCAR. Find us at straighttalk.com
really
and
weird.
Walmart.
Meet the IHOP House Faves value menu. Everything's just $6.
We could bring some industrial piping.
French toast
That might
breakfast,
be interesting.
$6. $6 for all this.
We can get a
and all
bunch of
that.
drivers to
That's
sign
a lot
that.
of breakfast for $6. Weekdays at IHOP.
When flight prices dropped, Vic could finally book his midlife crisis.
What you want to do is save hundreds when Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
That's great, but can you ask your friend to stop digging into the green?
What about a blow-up doll?
But he's not going to.
Yeah, but we don't have to. We have to blow it up there, and you know, that'd be
We
weird.
saw a pickle. We saw a masterpiece. A Sonic Smasher with Grillo's Pickles and Dilly Ranch, tangy pickle tots, and a pickle Rita slush with pickle-flavored bubbles. It's called the Big Dill Meal, and it's a work of art.
want the truth to come out.
See how far the rabbit hole goes.
Who are we talking about? The next president?
Have drivers smoke my blunt, sign my blunts. I gotta have the drivers smoke my blunts.
You can spend fall Saturdays on hay rides with pumpkin lattes. But we know fall Saturdays.
Who are we gonna smoke with? Which driver are we gonna smoke with? Zillage probably won't be racing. I think Zillage is stoner. Zillage probably wouldn't be racing that race anyway, even if he wasn't injured.
You saw it in non-stop at home.
If Zillage was there, we'd smoke with Zillage. I think he's a stoner.
Bubba Wallace in the 23 back in the front. Let's go for another ride with his teammate. Have a listen, and then Jeff's going to tell you exactly what Tyler Reddick's doing.
One of the massive challenges at this racetrack with this many laps on tires is maintaining the rear grip. You want to go, just jump on that throttle, go wide open quickly, but you can't do it. If you do it, you're going to kill the rear tires, burn them right off the car. Watch the exit of turn 4. You can spin the tires all the way to the start-finish line, barely in the gas. He's on the straight, and he still start-finish line cannot go wide open throttle. He is managing these rear tires. This racetrack, it demands a lot from a driver to find a way to carry speed, roll the center, make the car turn, but then how do you modulate the rear spin? It's all throttle. Look, partial throttle, half throttle, three-quarter throttle, never, just right at the very end is wide open throttle. That is how challenging this racetrack is.
Penske teammates side by side for fourth. Blaney is up to third. The other Penske car, Logano, who did come a little bit early, he's trying to nurse those tires. Cindric making it work as he's battling the 22. These two running side by side, late in a run on slippery tires, trying to show respect, but also trying to, everything you just said about Reddick, that's what Cindric is trying to do now on the inside of Joey Logano, like so gingerly go to that power.
I know their teammates, but this is one of the most difficult passes in all of NASCAR. Getting by that 22. Joey Logano is a master at making it hard to get by him. He'll be respectful, but he ain't going to give it to you.
No, when you look at Joey's signature and all the Racing Insights rankings, defense is the highest one he has. He is Mr. Defense. 3 wide. We're going to split the 41. Here comes Priest on those new tires. Remember, he's on a little bit of different pit cycle. He's going to try to just get left. Look how much more grip those new tires provide for that blue car for Priest.
Wow, look at that.
Been a long green flag run.
Before, as he'll climb his way through this field.
What else could we have him sign?
Priest is back in 27, but he's running in the high 24-second range.
We could like take the headlight covers off of one of our cars and have him sign that, and then like have him sign it right where the light is flashing, like will be flashing, so it like obstructs the view of the headlights, and like when you have the headlights shining, it's just like you can see an outline of their signature.
You're inside your top 20. Get that mental snapshot because this pit cycle will jumble it up, and it's hard to figure out who's good and bad in these cycles because at this short track it really just
have someone sign some condoms. Ooh, I could do that. Yeah.
On pit road being chased behind by the one of Chastain. Dave.
Got some pit stops happening. Bowman's pitting.
The car took off well, the driver said. Now tight at the 2/3 mark, and it's worse along the straightaway. Chris Buescher also in.
Buescher on pit road, Dave, pitting on the early side of the cycle once again. So 56 to go here in stage 2. Going to be a long run for Buescher, who's had a good car on the early part of the run, but struggled with the late run, Dave.
Daniel Suarez now brings the Quaker State car to pit road, and it was very consistent. They asked him to keep that consistency up. It helps them run longer when they know that the tires are going to stay on the car.
Be interested to see if that 99's right rear look good. You don't love to see the wheel gun still engaged when the jack drops. We'll keep an eye on that. Here comes the 3 of Dillon, Kim.
Yeah, last year's winner had been neutral early in the race, finally complaining of a little bit of a tight condition. Air pressure doesn't try and free him up just slightly, Marty.
Jeremy Bullins told Brad Keselowski, we're going to put on the early side of this window because clearly we've lost a little bit of speed. And then Keselowski came back and said, we've also not gained on the exit drive at all. We need to make a big swing at that, Kim.
Ooh, yeah, I could have like a Kyle Busch sign like a Brad Keselowski diecast.
Right rear falling off during that run, so just looking for a little bit
Yeah, maybe don't do that one. I don't like that one, Camden.
Bit of a frustrating run for William Byron. As you see pit road.
We could do a.
Byron at one point said, the car just not doing what he wants, especially in traffic. Meanwhile, Chase Elliott still trying to get his track position back after that penalty on the early.
Okay, yeah. Here's one that could like ruffle some feathers. We could have oh my God, maybe don't do that one either.
He comes down pit road, but as we mentioned, Hamlin back in the game.
We could have Bowman, who has like. Oh my God, Denny. What is up with these guys?
As Hamlin leaves pit road.
Tyler Reddick now hits his marks. He's hoping for a little bit better, but he's hoping for
that
better
was a bad
tires
stop
as well.
for Denny.
These were scuff tires. That's one of the reasons why his car was wrecking loose.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, so you know how Alex Bowman's had like a bunch of injuries? So we could like, remember like Steve Park? How he like had his career ended by an injury? Or like Jerry Nadeau had his career ended by an injury? We could just have him sign like one of those guys' cars. And then, like, he doesn't even realize it at the time, but then he realizes later the correlation, and then it fucks with his head.
And some of the others around him. Let's have another look at it. Yeah, let's see exactly what happens. I think
Let's do some mind fuck.
Comes around. Right side was good. Left side up. Oh, an issue basically the left front just won't come loose. The gun is engaged. You see, I don't know if the trigger was swapped and he was tightening it instead of loosening it, or it just was really, really tight and didn't want to get loose. And look at this right here, SVG.
Oh, no. Damn.
And the 47 of Stenhouse, a little bit of contact. Not bad, though. Good job by Joe's drivers. To get
trouble. Oh, Tyler Reddick.
What is
Tyler Reddick.
To a guy that has led 41 laps in this race.
Oh, my God.
Caution comes where some people have not hit it yet. This will shake the field up even more than it already is.
Namely, Kyle Larson.
Damn.
Because he had yet to come to pit road. But
oh, my God.
Let's have a look. There goes Ryan Preece. Oh, behind him. Behind him. Ty Gibbs tags him. Ty Gibbs was wrestling with Daniel Suarez and tags Tyler Reddick. I think that wrestling.
Ty Gibbs just ran out of talent.
You watch this 54. I think he's trying to go left. You see that right front tire on the 54? He gets run over by the 99. The 54 basically is getting shipped by the 99. Up into poor Reddick, who was just trying to go on by. Watch this right here. That was a little late. The contact's already happened. If we could see that one back a little bit earlier, the 99 shoves the 54 into the 45. Man, what a great car for the 45. There you go, top right of your screen. Right, Jeff? Doesn't that look like absolute contact between the 99 and the 54?
Oh, everyone who's in this stream who's going to the New Hampshire race. Are y'all down for a fucking Monday if that happens? Is that something you're staying for? Because obviously you know me and Nick will.
Look who got a perfect view of that. Logano, right there. Here's what it looked like for Joey.
Not as big of a window. Stay down, 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 down.
Tyler Reddick doesn't care. All he knows is he got wrecked.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to be mad at somebody, but the point doesn't matter.
But that was
how about Larson?
About a 42.5-minute green flag run right there. A long green flag run.
Also a huge break for Kyle Busch. Last car in the lead lap currently, and he was not having a good night. Maybe this is the break that'll give the 8 a chance. Dave.
Crew communicating back to crew chief, working with NASCAR to be okay as they work on it over the wall here. They went to the right side first and then to the left side. So the leader of 41 laps and the winner of stage 1 in trouble here at Richmond.
Here's the view from Daniel Suarez.
There's contact there for sure. And one thing to note is Ty Gibbs had much older tires than Daniel Suarez did. So Daniel may have just misjudged the speed difference with Ty's older tires and the lack of grip that he had.
And that's when we talk about these strategies and how chaotic that can be. You know, these closing rates are huge, and the 99 knows he's stuck behind the 54. And if the 45's not out there, he just moves the 54 out of the way and goes by.
That 40 lap older tires on Ty Gibbs' car right there, so you know he's way slower than Suarez.
Here comes Kyle Larson. Kim's there.
Yeah, he said too tight in the center. I think it's hurting my long run. Cliff Daniels, the crew chief, saying we're going to give you an air pressure adjustment and another adjustment to free you up. Likely we made the wrong adjustment last time, and that's why you got too tight, Dave.
So Ryan Preece will come down for another set of tires on the 60. The last run, which explains, Steve, I think you were talking about just that he wasn't as good as before. The car was very, very loose, so they've been working on getting that car better. Marty.
So Dave, interesting call here for Scott Graves, trying to do something a little bit different. He brings Chris Buescher down pit road. They did pit just a few moments ago, 12 laps, or actually 11 laps ago. Buescher pitted, so bring him down here for some fresh Goodyear tires. We'll see what he can do with 46 to go on the stage, Dave.
Kyle Busch said in the last run it fired off well. Now it was getting loose again. And when they get to the later stages of every run, that 8 car just seems to go way loose on the driver.
Thanks for that, Dave. Let's have another look at what will keep us talking for quite some time in your field for Tyler Reddick. Wrong place, wrong time.
Subway's footlongs are packed with protein, like the Ultimate BMT or the All-Pro Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki with 58 grams of protein. And now Subway MVP Rewards members can buy any footlong in the app and get 40% off.
Suarez on Fraud Watch.
You can get this fixed now and pay later. You can get this fixed now and pay later. And this. Get it fixed now and pay later in 4 interest-free payments at SafeLife.com.
Hey, what's going down? This is the big case. Gets the firm to try to cover it up. I need a win. You judge the player.
Bob and Chris isn't mad at him. He killed Danny Ray Black.
Question is, how hard is it?
We've only just begun, my friend.
The Rainmaker, new episode. Hello again. How excited I am to meet you. Only in New York.
Invitation delivered.
Let's show and tell, baby. Be careful. There are others. On their way. Order Paramount Plus with Showtime on Channel 865 HD.
For 24 months.
People hate oatmeal, so we decided to sell oatmeal on the internet. And it failed. Hard nose all around.
What if it tasted like ice cream?
Or cake. Or pie. Turns out people love oatmeal. When it tastes good. And when it has 20 grams of protein. What? And over 30 flavors later, hundreds of thousands of people subscribe to oatmeal on the internet. Oats overnight. It's just oatmeal. But it's good.
And you can drink it.
Still under caution here at Richmond in the Cookout 400. And so much has happened so far, Marty, and we're not even halfway yet.
Boy, for Denny Ham on another bad pit stop. This one not as costly as he will restart 13th. Here's what happened on pit road. They said that the left front was over-tightened. Steve, I want you to explain that in just a moment. It took a few tries to get that left front off. Here's what Hamlin said after that stop.
Our car is exceptional. We can execute.
Our car is exceptional, Steve. If you can just help me out on pit road and just execute, that's all I need.
Yeah, these single lugs, you want to have them tight.
All right.
If you stay on them too long, the aluminum can expand with brake temperature. They can over-tighten. They don't want to
Here
come
we go.
off. Let's get ready.
Back
It's
green.
time to bring the action here in Richmond. Let's get back to racing. Bubba Wallace leads the field to green. Daniel Suarez on his flank. Then you got the Penske guys. Low side Logano, Blaney the high side, way up high. It's Ross Chastain making it 4 wide. 4 wide and crazy, beating, banging Byron Bell.
Oh, man.
And Keselowski. Here comes Preece in the blue and white 60.
Kyle said y'all killed it.
Preece, Larson, fresh tires of the blue and white car, all the way top of 4 wide. Look at that.
4 wide.
Bright blue car. Preece using these Goodyears.
Ooh!
Advantage William Byron. He had a great run on the low side. And it's Christopher Bell in the middle. They're relentless. They are reluctant to give up their track position.
Oh,
this
man.
is awesome.
These guys are fucking each other.
And Priest is trying to find an opportunity. Jeff, just open the door somewhere for me. Try and let me by.
Nowhere to go. It's not something he expected coming into this race. 3 wide at Richmond. What he's got to try to do is just carry enough speed on the exit of turn 4. Cody Ware.
It's Cody Ware.
Now this is getting to that point. Remember, every driver in pre-race talked about how many sets of tires.
That was about a minute and 11-second green flag run.
The standard, but these tires lose grip quicker. They fall off quicker. So you would like to have more. They don't. They are brought the same amount. They've put it back in the team's hands on how to manage those 8 sets. In my day, this would be brand new Goodyears. I wouldn't have to worry about it. In today's racing of only 8 sets, all of these teams knew it coming in and they have to manage it. So it'll be interesting to see if everybody thinks they need to get tires here with 39 to go. First car 1 lap down was SVG. We saw the trouble he had on pit road. That cost him a lot of spots. He's been running top 17 most of the night. This will get him back in the lead lap. Let's see what happened to Cody in the back of the pack. We saw that 3 wide action, 4 wide action. They seemed to make it work, but did not work back here.
I think you maybe got a little help from John Hunter Nemechek here.
I would agree.
Jaden will not be coming to New Hampshire unless if
like, not again.
he just surprises us there.
What a bad break for he and this team.
Think about the night for this team. Bubba's led 81 laps. Tyler's led 41 laps.
Surprise! No, Jaden, is this real? You better not fuck with me. It's not something to fuck with me about. Don't give me a good, like, that kind of, you know, if you're gonna fuck with me, fuck with me in a, not like that.
But you see, first car way back in the field. Looks like the 43 of Jones trying to probably do something and just kind of change the chance of the day. He's running 22nd. 9 of Chase Elliott also come to pit road. He was 24th. Reddick also. I'm sure he's going to continue to work on his car after that wreck earlier.
Carlson Hocevar is coming in as well into 77, but here's Chase Elliott, Marty.
Yeah, here's a couple of teams, Lee, that do have that extra set of tires that did not.
Why are you spelling his name incorrectly?
Among them, you see the Elliott team having a little bit of trouble with that.
Jaden lives in, yeah, he lives in Europe.
Making that call to bring his driver down pit road.
Yeah, Jaden lives in.
They can gain this track position back before the end of the stage.
Jaden lives in.
Jones on and off of pit road, and meanwhile the 45 of Tyler Reddick.
Where does Jaden live? I just know he lives in Europe. Oh yeah, he told me he lives in Scotland. Yeah.
Get it perfect. Driver can drive it again. If it's just a little bit off in areas you could have fixed, you'd be sorry about that.
Yeah, Jaden lives in Florida.
You see this crew member right here.
Tampa.
What he's doing is sealing the hood to those hood vents. That seal around there is a big downforce generator. You don't want to leave.
Andy's the one who well, he lives in Morocco, but he's back in the U.S. for right now.
As we fast approach the halfway mark of the Cookout 400. When we come back, we'll go back to racing.
Get yourself ready for a trip through the land. There's fish and volcanoes, you'll even find fish.
You know, you guys know who I really started to miss today. Today, today it hit me. Like, I really miss D-Book. Like, I want to just, I want basketball season to start.
Your mental health is better, but having uncontrollable body movements called TD.
It's been about a month since the summer league.
And feel embarrassing.
I asked my doctor about treating my TD with
Ingrezza. #1 prescribed Ingrezza is clinically proven to treat TD, quickly reducing TD movements by greater than 5 times at 2 weeks. 98% of people were still satisfied with Ingrezza after 2 years, and you can keep taking most mental health meds.
Ingrezza can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden behavior, mood changes, or suicidal thoughts. Don't take Ingrezza if allergic. Serious side effects may include allergic reactions like sudden, potentially fatal swelling and hives, sleepiness, the most common side effect, and heart rhythm problems. Know how Ingrezza affects you before operating a car or dangerous machinery. Report fever, stiff muscles, or problems thinking, as these might be life-threatening. Shaking, stiffness, drooling, and trouble with moving or balance may occur.
Taking control starts with asking your doctor about Ingrezza.
Ingrezza.
While we still are under caution, want to remind you that
Back
we will
green.
have a post-race show as we do each and every week. We're back to racing here in Richmond. Bubba Wallace leads the field. Look at Ryan Preece right around the
Ryan
outside.
Preece is trying to
RFK Ford.
fuck everyone.
Earlier and then eventually got blocked, but he made up positions there. Stretching their legs down the back to turn 3. Again, 3, 4, 5 wide.
Alex Bowman at 48, Kyle Larson in the 5. They also have a tire advantage.
Larson on the inside. There goes Kyle Busch up high in the 8. Larson sneaks his way through a little bit.
Kyle Busch up to 13th. Oh, contact! Oh! Around goes Briscoe. No! Kyle's in it. Oh, man. That's a big one.
There's a traffic jam and Hamlin was in it. Elliott gets tagged.
Oh, man. Elliott's in it. There's more. What the fuck is going on, dude?
I'm sorry, that wasn't
Holy shit. They might have to stop the race here because Haley's fucked.
Justin Haley.
Kyle's nose is fucked.
Justin was in position to take advantage potentially late in the race. He was the only one that had saved the set of tires, and now he's damaged.
That was about a 45-second green flag run.
There was a wreck at the end of the backstretch that kind of kept going.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot to unpack. You see a lot of damaged cars.
That's it for Chase Elliott. AMR safety team on the spot, super quick as they always are. But what
Chase Elliott's out of the car.
Get a good view of that.
Yeah, so that 19 middle left, he comes off from the corner behind Kyle Larson, Busch and Chastain.
Jesus Christ, like why? Those are two separate incidents. Kyle got it. Okay. Kyle got into Briscoe.
The start of the wreck. The 19 of Briscoe now spinning. Now look at all these cars wrecking right here. What I don't understand is where Chase Elliott comes from.
Because he's up the track.
No, he's right here.
There he is there.
Oh, right there. Right there by accident by Kyle Busch, who has no idea the 9's coming through there. Nothing nefarious, but that's what gets the 9 back across the racetrack because the 9 is way back in the middle of this mess.
He's right behind Justin Haley.
Yep, so watch the 19 spin, and now the 88 makes heavy contact with him. The 6 comes going in here, so if we just keep watching this accident, 21 goes by, 71, 77, here comes the 7, and right there, out of the screen left was the 9 to Chase Elliott. That's why we didn't see it the first go.
Here's the Busch on board.
Then watch. He just doesn't, he's coming left, the 9's coming through.
Wait, what? Oh, wait, hold on. Wait,
this
Kyle?
is the start of it. Watch the 8 car. Way up the racetrack.
Kyle right rear hooked Elliott? Did he mean to? Or?
Right here.
Because if he did, then that's see you in Darlington.
And then Kyle Busch into the back of the 19, who was trying to get underneath the 5, and then just all these guys.
Oh, yeah, no, he didn't mean to.
I agree with you, Jeff. I think the 19 was looking inside the 5. The 5 blocked a little, which checks the 19 up, and then the 8 kind of hits him from behind.
Watch this right along, Brad. Tons of contact.
That was Ty Gibbs' view.
Oh, look, there's a great look at that 9. What a hit.
It was a big hit.
Yeah, he took a big hit there.
So here you go, right?
Yeah, obviously Kyle didn't mean to do it.
Got damaged. The nose is smashed. And he gets right,
Damn,
right
man.
into the 9.
And Chase Elliott has completed all but one lap this year. That incredible streak will come to an end.
That is a crazy streak.
This is going to hurt.
But we are now past halfway.
See, when he looked like, I'm telling you, from Chase Elliott's point of view,
he's like, I'm
done. I got through it. There's some contact, but we're okay. Everything's going to be fine. Right here, he thinks he's in great shape. Then he and the 8, they make contact in the right rear, and around he goes.
So the 9, with, we kind of had the 38 was to his left. The 9, to your point, he thinks he's by the 8, right? He's gassing up. The 8 probably has no idea the 9 is coming. There's a lot going on right there.
Talked to Alan this week. It was really hard to believe to think that he's never won here as a crew chief.
Totally random thought.
Won what seems like about anywhere,
But Zach Wheeler from the Phillies, it actually came out today that he has like blood clots,
Have a listen to some radio.
and that's like that's bad. That's serious. So I really hope he's gonna be all right. Like that's fucked.
He's out. He's done. Yeah, just racing like an idiot.
There's a lot of frustration out there. That last radio. There was one lucky driver, the 5. Look at Larson, he was right ahead of it and just kind of eased away from the chaos here under the lights in Richmond.
Damn, man.
12 cars involved in that one.
Byron said everyone's just racing like fucking
Your
idiots.
mental health is better, but having uncontrollable body movements.
Can we confirm or deny?
Tardive dyskinesia can feel embarrassing.
I asked my doctor
Can we
about
confirm or deny that everyone's racing like idiots?
Number 1 prescribed Ingrezza is clinically proven to treat TD, quickly reducing TD movements by greater than 5 times at 2 weeks. 98% of people were still satisfied with Ingrezza after 2 years, and you can keep taking most mental health meds.
Ingrezza can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden behavior, mood changes, or suicidal thoughts. Don't take Ingrezza if allergic. Serious side effects may include allergic reactions like sudden, potentially fatal swelling and hives, sleepiness, the most common side effect, and heart rhythm problems. Know how Ingrezza affects you before operating a car or dangerous machinery. Report fever, stiff muscles, or problems thinking, as these might be life-threatening. Shaking, stiffness, drooling, and trouble with moving or balance may occur.
Taking control starts with asking your doctor about Ingrezza.
Ingrezza. Subway's footlongs are packed with protein, like the Ultimate BNT or the All-Pro Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki, with 58 grams of protein. And now, Subway MVP Rewards members can buy any footlong in the app and get 40% off. Fuel up now in the Subway app.
What you want to do is save hundreds when Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance.
That's great, but can you ask your friend to stop digging into the green?
I can ask, but he's not going to. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
That's my team out there.
If our network goes down, lives are at stake.
Our comms.
How kind of cost that? Well, not really, but like kind of made it bigger than it needed to be.
The network that truly prioritizes first responders.
So we don't worry about getting through. And they're the most reliable 5G network in America.
Out here, reliability is everything.
Extreme or routine, Verizon Frontline delivers.
The number 1 network choice in public safety. Learn more. Your mission is our purpose.
These fans packing Richmond Raceway have been treated.
Yeah, that'll probably lock up
Saturday Night Short Track Racing so
the
far.
regular season championship for William Byron.
Tough racing, some good strategy.
Obviously, depending on how bad his damage is, but with Elliott crashed, that pretty much seals that.
For a
60 points would clinch it.
But unfortunately, someone who won't see that second half.
It's at 64 right now.
Yeah, the good news is Chase Elliott is okay. Walk us through what happened or what you know from your seat as you watch the replay.
I have no idea what happened. Still, obviously I saw him crashing and we were all, just stacking up trying to get stopped. And then after the wreck was over, I thought we were done wrecking. And, I was just trying to squeak by. And I guess somebody didn't know I was down there. Yeah, I guess Kyle just didn't know I was to the left. And we were, whoever was next to me and myself were trying to kind of get by the accident. So we were, coming through there at a decent rate. And unfortunately, Kyle just didn't know that we were on the bottom. So hate that. Had a good start to the night and, just slowly unraveled until it finally fell apart. So hopefully we get on a better stretch starting next week.
Unfortunate end to the night for Chase Elliott. Marks his first DNF of the 2025 season.
I think it's bewilderment.
Only his second non-lead lap finish of the season.
Starts on the exit of turn 2. Kyle Busch in the black number 8, Ross Chastain in the white number 1. Watch out for turn 2. Kyle Busch, I think not completely against the wall, starts to come down a little bit. Chastain up a little bit. They make contact. Then Kyle Busch tries to get underneath Briscoe, and then Kyle
Also
Busch
running at
gets in the
11
right rear
as we run right
of
now.
Chase Elliott. Watch right here. This is where it all happens. This is the start of it. So I think Kyle is not quite as high up the racetrack as Chastain's expecting. Chastain's coming up the track. They make contact.
I'm not going to steal it, Diff. What was the line? It was an amazing line.
Interaction of factors.
It's an interaction of factors.
You know what I call it? Richmond, Saturday night.
Yeah.
Short track racing.
And even Chase, the bewilderment of Chase.
So I'm not going to assign blame by any point between the 8 and the 9. I think that's just wrecking, but I can see how it happens if you take another look at the 8. What I mean is this later version of this. You know, the 8 continues to wreck right here, and look, he's kind of sees nothing, and boom, the 9 shows up. And there was a shot kind of the other way where the 38 is tucking left. So, you know, Chase talked about the car to his left, right? So if we freeze it kind of right here, he is right here. These two cars are door to door, the 9 and the 38. As we roll it forward, the 38 keeps chasing left. The 9 kind of thinks he's through, which makes sense because he doesn't see the 8. You know, and he's kind of coming up the racetrack because the 38's coming up the race. Like, I think that is just an accident. You saw, I mean, Chase Elliott is an amazing race car driver, and he was lost until he saw the replay and exactly how he got hooked.
The difference in speed, I think, played a factor there, too, because the 9 was so much faster than the 8. And I just don't think that Kyle Busch, who's in the middle of a wreck, right, he's not exactly looking in his left side mirror to see a car coming 30 miles an hour.
That's
fast.
a hard hit.
You go by a guy in the interstate.
I'm glad he's
you go
all
by him
right.
so quick you don't even really check your mirror, and then that guy all of a sudden speeds up. You know, you don't mean to, but you swerve at him because he's over there in your blind spot. I think that's kind of what happened. It just happened at plus about 100 miles an hour.
I don't understand why Kyle Busch is in the back of Briscoe here, though. I mean, I don't. That's all the merging and all that. Like, I don't understand the entrance in turn 3.
Now, look, I think these drivers are hitting each other harder than they ever did with this car. You know, I think you get away with a lot of it. And that time they didn't. Man, this is almost 2 pages worth.
You heard the honest thoughts of a couple of the drivers about the general conduct so far tonight. And look at the names on that list and look at the winners so far this year. This might open up the door in this second half of the Cookout 400 for a new winner.
Still dealing with moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease symptoms despite treatment? Put them in check with Rinvoq. Rinvoq works differently, and it's a once-daily pill.
When symptoms try to take control, I got rapid relief with Rinvoq. Check.
Rinvoq helped visibly repair my intestinal lining. Check.
I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
Rapid symptom relief. Visible repair of the intestinal lining.
And lasting steroid-free remission. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin. Serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Put UC and Crohn's in check. And keep them there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Where some saw a pickle, we saw a masterpiece. A Sonic Smasher with Grillo's Pickles and Dilly Ranch, tangy pickle tots, and a Pickle Rita slush with pickle-flavored bubbles. It's called the Big Bill Meal, and it's a work of art.
The Busch Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. To avoid going in circles, make note of recognizable landmarks, like that. What's wrong with going in circles? Different circles, Ross. Okay. Head for the mountains.
Hey, Dave Burns. Daniel Suarez has 11 races to go after tonight with Trackhouse, and he sits second at the moment. Can you imagine if he could pull off a win?
That'd be something, Liam. What a good time to be running second with all that happening back there. Matt Swiderski is a crew chief. How good is the 99 tonight?
We're pretty good. We need probably one more adjustment, get a little more rear grip for him, but he's pretty happy with it. So we'll keep working on it here. All these caution laps are probably helping us a little bit, even out the tires. So we'll see where we end up.
Yeah, go get him.
What I think is a bit, how's the word I'm looking for, a bit comical or a bit shocking is how many cars were in their accident and chose not to pit. Like Kyle Busch is 11th. He was all up in the wreck, you know, but it just proves that they don't want to give up any positions.
They'll be dropping the green flag with only 17 laps to go. Remember, keep your eyes on Ryan Preece in the 60, Alex Bowman in the 48. Then behind them, Larson, Kyle
Alrighty.
Busch, they all have fresher tires than the guys around them.
2025 Toyota
Oh, yeah,
Supra
still in
Pace Car. The
11th.
lights are off. We're going back racing, and when we do, we're going to check in with the 13th place Ross Chastain and his spotter Brandon McReynolds. We'll hear Brandon call him back.
Brandon
to green.
McReynolds. I
Here
didn't
we
know he
go.
was a
Have a listen.
spotter.
5 away. In the
Green flag.
Green. All rolling room in front. I'm on the outside line now. Just one way down there. Inside.
Got 17 to go on the stage.
Push down there, bumper, clear. Door. Still there. Quarter. Even. Still there, door. Room in front.
So while Bubba Wallace has checked out Ryan Blaney on the inside of Daniel Suarez, a guy who has looked racy all night long is the man who won under controversial circumstances here a year ago. Austin Dillon, there's the 3 right there, ahead of Ryan Preece.
What a story it would be if the 3 could return after what was taken away, the ability to make the playoffs. And I think it was rightfully taken away. I think he crossed the line in that last couple laps with the aggression of having to hit the 22 and the 11. But we talked about it. He had a great car. It was the circumstances that put him in this situation. A bad a bad restart. So imagine coming back, Jeff, and getting it done a year later. That would feel so good to not only him, but Richard Childress, who was upset at the penalty he did not agree with, and the car owner. Come back and get some redemption would be great for that team.
Keep an eye out for the 48. The Ally Chevy from Hendrick Motorsport and Alex Bowman. He is quietly sitting in 6th place right now. There he is right there. Has run well here before, in the past. He is a winner here at Richmond. And he said we've got to keep those positive vibes going, heading into the playoffs.
What I think is interesting, Matt Swiderski said that he thought that this caution was going to help even out the tires, and it really has. I thought, you mentioned the 60 of Preece, the 48 of Bowman, who are attacking with the new tires. It's definitely settled the field down.
Logano and Larson.
Watch Carson Hocevar right here trying to follow Larson, thinking Larson's going to get by the 22. There he is. You see Larson did get by Joey. Carson followed him right by.
Here comes the Hurricane. Hocevar in the 77. He's up to 9th.
He actually has less laps on his tires than Larson does. You can see it.
Oh, yeah.
See the advantage.
So that's the race for 8th. Austin Cindric's just up ahead. Larson unwilling to give that up easily. But he has no choice with those
right
pressure tires.
9 to go on the stage. Kyle Busch into the 10th.
Every lane on this racetrack. See if something agrees with that 8 car. 3 wide behind. Bell, Logano, Byron.
Oof, man.
Look how high he is.
We're going to do that all night.
That car has got to have some damage.
How is it still out there after everything that it went through?
Well, the 24 also.
It's the same, I know. And both running in the top 11.
And I think that is a little bit of what makes short track racing so special for the fans, is that, the car is so dependent that a little bit of damage to the hood or the ductwork or the lower splitter, you're still able to keep up. You're able to overcome it. Marty, what do you have for that 24 Byron?
Yes, Steve, they were forced to pit road to repair the damage from that contact on the track, but they decided, Rudy Fugle did, to put on a new set of tires here for William Byron. So in essence, that would put them sort of down a set to everybody else. I wonder what move they would make at the end of the stage. Maybe come down pit road, maybe not take tires. We'll see what Rudy Fugle decides to do, Dave.
And for the aid of Kyle Busch, the big discussion was after that contact on track, do we come down and fix the race car more? Do we put tires on it? Richie Brown and Burnett didn't want to burn a set of tires. He wanted to save tires. Kyle told him the car is warm, but it's always like that under caution. No real damage. You see the front end there, the 8 is damaged, but it's not causing a real problem for him right now, Kim.
And his teammate Austin Dillon running into 4th position. This team has such high hopes for this weekend, and they've reiterated what we have said, that last year was absolutely not a fluke that they won. However, they still wanted to come back, defend that win to quiet any naysayers from last year. They were
I would agree.
He's been relatively quiet, just saying he likes the car on the bottom better.
Keep an eye out for that light blue and white progressive Toyota Camry, because here comes Hamlin. Hamlin cleared Logano, has taken off. He's right there with Busch now, and his JGR teammate Christopher Bell. So despite multiple setbacks on pit road, despite getting caught up in that multi-car, that 12-car wreck, there is no stopping Hamlin. And Hamlin said earlier, Jeff, on the radio, this car is superb if we can just execute.
Bubba's led the most laps tonight.
Best pit crew in rankings in the year. But 2 bad stops so far this race, and Denny Hamlin was frustrated. I don't blame him. Also, that's me.
Yeah.
Can't blame the crew on that.
Well, the good news for them is this last stage is going to be 170 laps, so they're going to get at least 2, if not 3 pit stops.
How about Bubba Wallace? 1 to go in this second stage, and this last lap presented.
Final lap of the stage. Bubba has the lead.
We talked about it in the pre-race. Marty Snyder asked about momentum. Jeff, you threw a bunch of names out, and I agreed with him. But Bubba Wallace in the 23, I just thought he looked relaxed.
And Bubba Wallace is going to come around, and he will win stage 2 at Richmond.
Also back in 5th place, Alex Bowman. He is going to get stage points. Remember, he and Chris Buescher are in a point battle trying to make the playoffs. Buescher, no stage points. Bowman 5.
And Ryan Priest.
So that was a 7-minute green flag run to end the stage. I'm going to go pee.
Stage 1 was quite rhythmic. Stage 2, pure
I'm going to have to
chaos.
stretch first.
Under the lights here in Richmond.
Jeez.
When my doctor gave me Breztri for my COPD, things changed for me. Breztri gave me better breathing, symptom improvement, and reduced flare-ups.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about Breztri.
Basketball.
This October, the NBA is coming home to NBC and streaming on Peacock.
John Test still got it.
Summer's almost over.
But there's lots of end-of-summer fun at Toyota's National Sales Event.
Go long! Yes. Time right! Danny drops back and he flips one right down the middle. Well done. No, this one's burning.
Right now, you can lease a rugged new Tacoma for just $279 a month, or get 1.99% APR financing for a full 72 months on a powerful new Tundra.
Come in today.
Great job, rookie.
Toyota, let's go places.
Guys, how frustrating is it to find a great pair of jeans? Too tight here, too loose there, too long there? Standard jeans use just 2 measurements, and Taylor Custom Jeans use 7 different measurements to give you the perfect fit. Your phone can measure you right now. Download the M-Tailor app on iOS or Android. Choose from hundreds of styles. M-Tailor measures you digitally and is 20% more accurate than a professional tailor. With free shipping and a money-back guarantee, get your new favorite pair of jeans today. M-Tailor, available on the Apple App Store or Android.
Exciting careers are available now nationwide, ensuring the U.S. Navy has its next generation of submarines. If you're looking for a stable, impactful career, visit buildsubmarines.com. We build giants because it takes one to build one. The buildsubmarines.com Ford for Brad Keselowski. Hoping for something special tonight here in Richmond so he could get himself to the playoffs. It's been a much better second half of the year for Keselowski than the way 2025 started, and pit road is about to get super busy. Kim Coon's going to kick us off.
Now, Ryan Blaney, top of your screen, tight in the middle, but he said we're going in the right direction. I still need more turn. They'll try and free him up just a little bit. Bubba Wallace there in the middle of your screen. Quiet on the radio, that car, great and clean air, Dave.
Kim, the key for Daniel Suarez here is to get 4 fresh tires and fuel stop a little bit short because Kyle Busch came right around him pitting. He'll need a clean way out. Needs a little bit more rear grip on this 99 as he gets out of here.
Good clean stops, race off pit road, and the third and final stage coming up here in Richmond.
What are you doing up there?
Oh, I'm just posting the number of visitors to the Homes.com network this month. It's become the go-to home shopping site.
Got another 14,000.
What?
Gotta go back up. Oh, 17,891.
Just hand me some commas and zeros.
Plus 7.
What?
Well, that's sweet. 25,000 more. Any reason why you didn't just go with over 100 million or even a billion visits a year?
Homes.com, the place to find a place.
You can get this fixed now and pay later. You can get this fixed now and pay later. And this. Get it fixed now and pay later in 4 interest-free payments at SafeLight.com.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
Sonic just made snack time official with Dollar Snacky Hour. Dollar corn dogs, dollar mozzarella sticks, and dollar salt pretzel twist every day from 2 to 5 p.m. Sonic Snacky Hour. Live free, eat Sonic.
Ashley's Labor Day sale is going on now. Find hot buys for every room starting at just $199. Plus, for a limited time, you can save up to $1,000 store-wide. Or pay no interest until 2030 when you buy in-store. Only at Ashley.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Whipco is the biggest firm in the state.
We do not surrender.
If you want to screw the people who screwed our client, what are you willing to do to be a rainmaker?
The Rainmaker, Fridays at 10 on USA. Stream from the beginning on Peacock.
The PGA Tour season is nearing the finish line, where every round is a reckoning, each hole a test of nerve and belief. The FedEx Cup Playoffs BMW Championship, live on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Gearing up, getting ready for the third and final stage here at Richmond Raceway in the Cookout 400. Generally been a positive night for Christopher Bell and the 20 team until this point here, Jeff.
Came on pit road running 11th. We've seen many troubles on pit road. It continued.
Oh, Bell. Got a rough stop.
You hear the crew chief saying, hey, we do not have this left front tire tight on the race car. Back it up. Don't go on the racetrack. But he has lost. That was a good call, but he has lost all of this track position. All right, here we are. Final stage. 163 laps to go currently. Most of the leaders have 3 sets of tires left. There are a few exceptions. Math, I've tried to ignore it, but it seems to always win. Math would say 3 pit stops is nearly 10 seconds faster. So that would say you put a set here, you put a set here, you put a set here. What does that do? That gives you this big chunk of racing where if you get a yellow, you are sitting with no tires and you are in big trouble. So if you have to win the race and you don't have car enough, the game you're going to lose time. You're going to lose positions. But if you get a caution right here, it is bingo. Come and pick your last set of brand new tires. That gamble could be the difference of winning and advancing in the playoffs.
Jaden, who's going to win this race at this point?
Who's
what do you think?
That? Who's going to play that? And that question will be answered once we get this going, once we have a feel for the third stage.
A little bit gamble at the front of the field.
You still think Kyle Busch?
He put on 2 tires. He is leading this race with 2 tires. We have seen how abrasive this racetrack is and how hard it is on tires. They are hoping that the right side tires will take advantage of that, because most of the wear, is on the right. He is the only one out there on 2 tires, Dave.
All right, get one to go.
From 17th to first. Now, we've seen these mistakes on pit road all night long, and it is hard to go over the wall. So I tried to do it this week thanks to the Legacy Motor Club and Josh Leslie, the rear tire changer for Eric Jones. They showed me how to do it, but I got it wrong time after time, because you have to have the gun right. You have to be spaced away from the car just right. And when that wheel nut goes flying like it did many times for me, you had better have a spare. But it is not easy. You got to get up, go around, do it again. They taught me how to do it so I could cut my time in half. But guys, don't think just because they make it look so easy that it is. It's not. It's tough on pit road.
Well done, Davo. So that's the jack. That's changing wheels. What's next?
What's next is Dave's wife checking his insurance policy.
And don't hand me a full fuel load, please.
Oh, yeah. All right. A little bit of fun there with a serious tone. Dave just showing that it's nowhere near as easy as it looks, and nor is this third and final stage going to be, as Michael McDowell leads the field back to green here in Richmond with Bubba Wallace on his outside, Austin Dillon looking on the inside, and here comes Ryan Blaney. Larson in that blue and white 5 up high. What a night it's been for Bubba Wallace as he rounds McDowell up. And McDowell's got Dillon on the inside.
3 wide for the lead. Oh, man.
There's Austin Dillon.
Oh, Austin Dillon's going to take the lead.
2 of them straight to the lead.
McDowell and Bubba Wallace make contact on the outside. Open the door for Austin Dillon.
Austin Dillon is coming up to lead his 7th lap tonight. He has not led that many laps in a race.
I know, right, Jaden?
Jeff? Here last year.
It's just amazing, it's amazing to me, and I understand it. Jeff, as a driver, you get a feel, and as a setup, and it just, I just don't see it normally working a year later. A different tire combination, so many changes, yet for the 3, it seems to be working. I can't tell you it's the same setup.
I know, right?
But whatever they had, they have continued it a year later. Do it again next year. It's proven to me. He knows the feel that he's looking for. So much on the line, and I mentioned how you're going to run this race. Not only do you have to decide when to pit, but as a driver, everyone's done a nice job. But Jeff, in our pace car ride, you showed me and Diff how easy it was to miss that orange box.
Austin Dildo to the lead.
Here is anything but easy. We've seen speeding penalties. We've seen challenges for pit road. Pit stops themselves, so a lot of execution required in these last 155 laps.
Tell you what, look at the move from Hocevar. Hocevar's up to 4th really swiftly. There he is there in that Delaware Live 77th for Spire Motorsports.
We mentioned several drivers before the race that have not won this year, that if they do, it completely upsets the playoffs. We did not mention Carson Hocevar, but with only 155 laps to go, sitting there running 4th. He, Suarez, Austin Dillon, McDowell, Gibbs now in the top 10.
Do we have 16 different winners at this point? Is that correct?
Bell already up 9 spots since that issue you pointed out on pit road, Jeff, having to back up and tighten that wheel.
38 of Zane Smith runs in 13th, just immediately ahead of Austin Cindric. And behind Kyle Larson.
Sorry, Diff, I was going to say Josh Berry right there in that blue 21. We haven't said his name a lot tonight, but doing a really nice job kind of hanging around right there. And what is he running? 8th, right there inside the top 10.
13 different winners.
Restart. He was on the bottom. Several guys got tangled up in the middle of 3 and 4. He was able to get by him.
And for everything that Ty Gibbs has had happen to him tonight, Gibbs is running nicely in the top 10 in 9th place in that Sirius XM Toyota Camry for Joe Gibbs Racing.
Jimmy Dow's dropped back with this 2-tire strategy. But what matters is when all of this stops and pit start again, where was he running? versus where he ends up right here. It looks like he's getting hurt really badly, and he is, but he may actually be in better of a situation than he was if he had not have done these 2 tires. Zane Smith having a good night underneath McDowell in that 38 car.
Despite starting with so much promise, it's turned as appropriately as we ride with RFK Racing's Brad Keselowski with the BuildSubmarines.com car. It's turned for RFK. Keselowski is 17. Ryan Preece, the pole man who led 60 laps tonight, is back in 23rd, and his teammate Chris Buescher is 24th.
We've said it several times tonight, that white 88 car of SVG. Ovals have been a struggle. I can tell you what, he's not afraid of the outside. Look how high he is.
Well, Jeff, he said yesterday, interestingly, that short tracks are the ovals of his biggest improvement. And he said, I'm a clean sheet. I'm a clean sheet with ovals. I've never been here in a Cup car. I'm just trying to be a sponge and take it all in and learn as much as I can, as quickly as I can.
We saw he had that problem on pit road and actually got a lap down. He's worked himself back up to 14th place.
Look, here he is racing Austin Cindric, a Daytona 500 winner.
Well, and that matters because the guys won 4 races. And the Rovals in the second round of the playoff. Like, let's move the story forward. Like, why are we focusing on the 88? Because he is tied for the most wins, right? 4 wins this year. And we know there is a road course, which isn't a guaranteed win, but he's won the last 4. So he's going to have a really good shot at the Roval. The question is that first round, right? Can he find that consistency? You've mentioned it a couple times over the weekend, Jeff. I didn't think it was possible that this 13th or 14th running position, that would find that 17th you were looking for, that average.
Well, let's have a listen to what SVG has been up to as far as improving on the ovals. What's he been doing?
This week kind of been studying Denny and also Ross the most, you know. Ross's car is probably most similar to how mine's going to be, so trying to just see what they were doing with gears. You can change gear a lot here, and it changes the car balance quite a lot, and I just, try and study those 2 guys, but you know, different tracks might be different people, whoever stands out, and just try and emulate what they're doing, I guess.
And just after saying that and talking in further detail about what he learned from the SMT data from Denny Hamlin's traces, Denny Hamlin walked into the media center and SVG said, "Thanks, mate. Thanks for helping."
A lot of people have studied Denny Hamlin's driving style, but few have been able to replicate it.
And I think it helps, you know, Suarez is running 5th. I point that out because, you know, in that Trackhouse group, you look at your teammates. Chastain back at 28th, Suarez 5th. So if you're SVG and you're between your teammates, that's got to be a great feel, right? That you're closer, I feel, to the guys that are what I would consider more of a standard oval racer. He has the top rolling, though. I like it.
Good run from Zane Smith, just ahead of him as well in the 38 for Front Row Motorsports.
Well, that poor team just couldn't finish a race there over the summer. Ran well, and it seemed like the last few laps, he was kind of the punching bag. He got spun by Bell at Indy, and then a week later got in a wreck and just, you know, couldn't get good runs to the finish. We'll see if the 38 was able to do it here with 140-ish to go.
Remember this race last year at the end of it, probably the last third of it, we saw this car, Austin Dillon, driving away from the field.
He's doing it right now.
The best car. He's driven out to 2.5 seconds on
Austin Dillon might win back-to-back Richmond
3
races.
seconds to Alex Bowman. Almost 4 seconds to fourth place, Carson Hocevar. The speed's there. Can they execute?
What is it about this track and Austin Dillon? And he's trying to repeat a win, but not in controversial circumstances, not like this. He says it was for the win, it was for a spot in the playoffs, I was going to do whatever I had to do. Well, NASCAR let him keep the win, but did not let him go to the playoffs. That's how it ended a year ago. How's it going to end tonight?
Still the stupid fucking shit.
Okay, guys.
He should have been in the playoffs because of that.
I saved a few bucks and got some cheap foreign-made floor
You did
mats,
nothing wrong.
but they really stink. So put these on.
No, you did you. I mean, you don't want to do that, but you gotta win. We're not here to make friends.
At WeatherTech, we make our floor liners and cargo liners here in America out of pure, non-toxic American materials.
Dad, next time get WeatherTech. 8-old steak.
On it. Find out everything we have at WT.com.
And action.
Applebee's 2 for $25.
Zoom in.
Get 1 appetizer and 2 entrees like the new chicken parmesan fettuccine.
Choose 1 appetizer and 2 entrees. Applebee's iconic 2 for $25.
Sorry, were we in that shot?
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lagered, cold filtered, cold packaged one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Okay, your home, auto, and business vehicle are all protected with Progressive.
Nice. It gets a bit overwhelming running a business and a family.
Ooh, sounds like someone could use a vacation.
A what?
A vacation. Like taking a break from the stresses of life and work.
Oh, like when I'm logging everyone's hours so I get to sit for a while.
No.
Oh, like when I'm making a delivery in my van and a song comes on that I like.
No.
So like when I take my work van to the car wash and it's all quiet in that tunnel for like 5 minutes.
No, it's like when you go away and you take pictures and, I don't know, I've never been on one either.
Pod's last sale of the summer has been extended. Save up to 25% on moving and storage until September 22nd. And see why Pods is the most awarded container moving company. But don't wait. Book now and save up to 25% at pods.com.
Skipping breakfast wasn't a big deal before.
I got you.
But now, Wendy's has Buck Biscuits, like the Honey Buddy Chicken Biscuit, so you'll never skip breakfast again. If you're smart. Breakfast for a buck? Gotta be Wendy's.
Since 2022, the Enjoy Illinois 300 and Worldwide Technology Raceway has been nothing short of spectacular. Side-by-side racing, intense battles, flared timbers. It's now the second race of the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. All the excitement and the added drama of championship elimination. Go fast or go home. Get your tickets now at WWTRaceway.com. Sponsored by the Illinois Office of Tourism and Discover Downstate, Illinois.
Austin Dillon has now racked up 31 laps tonight here in Richmond, out in front for Richard Childress Racing. Kim, so far, so good for Austin Dillon.
Yeah, finds himself the point out front, but it's been a great run the last 3 races for them. They've got top 15 finishes, actually the last 4 races ever, none in the previous 9. And again, they came in with very high hopes. I asked Richard Bonzo, though, outside of win, I know that's what you guys want and need. What are you looking to do? He said the goal is to come and be in position to contend for a win. Both this track and next week at Daytona are places we know we can win. Our head space is exactly in the confidence it needs to be. And for those wondering, this is almost the same setup as last year, just a few modifications for the tire. Austin Dillon, P1.
Well, if you keep in mind that
I think that Austin Dillon car looks pretty cool too.
The RC hard cars and the Corlick cars have been finding more speed of late, which is really good. Look at this scrap going on here. Shane Van Gisbergen and Austin Cindric. Look how high SVG
Kyle Busch
goes.
21st.
And Christopher Bell's in the mix as well. This is for 12th, 13th, and 14th place.
Remember, we saw the issue with the 20 car on pit road.
Lower left box, that's the fight for 5th between Carlson Hocevar and Daniel Suarez. Let's talk more about Carlson Hocevar with Marty.
Yeah, we saw Ryan Preece try the 3-stop strategy in stage 2 with someone like Carson Hocevar and Luke Lambert, considering it here in stage 3. Listen to the radio.
Well, looking at it, there's a small probability we would consider 3-stopping here.
Now they may 3-stint.
It should, because I'm slow after 15.
So, Steve, what would you do? You're not going to beat Austin Dillon with what you're doing right now, and Carson does not feel very good about the car on the longer run. So would you consider 3 here at the very end? It would leave you no insurance if there's a late caution.
Well, I think that 3 stops is absolutely faster. If you stop 3 times and the caution doesn't come out, you're going to be in position to win the race. But if the caution does come out, you're probably not going to finish on the lead lap. So the risk is, I think, kind of the risk is worth the gamble. If you're the 77 and you have to win to make the playoffs, and you have Austin Dillon and the 48 and the 99 all in front of you, I would go alternate strategy.
Crew Chief Luke Lambert was a crew chief for me for a brief period of time. He is not afraid to try something. He is willing to gamble. 24 car is pretty amazing. We saw the contact that he had in that large wreck, and I'm surprised, you know, as big of a hit as that was, I'm surprised at the pace he is able to have.
And keep an eye in the background for in that blue and black 21 for the Wood brothers, Josh Berry. It's going to be the quiet achiever tonight. Just hanging in there, staying in touch, being in the top 15 pretty much for the majority of the race.
It's his kind of racetrack.
Remember, we had the yellow earlier in the day with the 99 and the 54. Right here, you're going to see a 54 is on all the tires. 99 gets the back of it, though, sends them up into the 45. So now that kind of ended the opportunity for the 45 of Reddick. He's now 2 laps down, riding around with some damage. So now the 99 is coming up with the race about the 45, and Reddick decides to show his displeasure. Doesn't end the day for the 99, but definitely makes it hard, Jeff.
Yeah, you see him, just gets him way up the racetrack. Doesn't wreck him, but it surely lets him know his displeasure.
And it allowed it open up the door for Blaney. Look in the back, watch the 12. Said thanks, easy, bye.
Yeah, and Blaney got by him, and Suarez is yet to be able to get back by him, so cost him a spot. Made Reddick feel a little better.
Here's Hocevar and Berry. This is the fight for 7th place. That's a nice work from Josh.
Yes, really good night.
What?
This team won early in the year. Since then, it's kind of been tough sledding, not the results that they had early.
John Hunter Nemechek on pit road. Carson Hocevar is struggling now.
77 missed pit road. No, he was coming to pit road. The 42
missed pit road.
Lap down. This is the lap. The 77 was coming to pit road. Jeff, you talked about it yesterday in the pace car. It's hard to see that pit entry. He jammed on the brakes and was going way too fast. I bet the 77 comes this time. Let's see if he does a better job. Oh, yeah, lifts way early, off the gas, down to the bottom. So the 77 of Hocevar missed pit road. Diff, that's what cost him the extra seconds.
Yeah, Hocevar said that was on me. Completely missed it right there, trying to get to pit road. Luke Lambert did indeed call him the lap before. He said the car just goes way.
So Hocevar is now pitting.
So a little bit on the early
Jesse
side.
Love is also
All
pitting.
this into a 2-stop from here with 120 to go, but that would be a long run for Carson Hocevar, and they do have that third set of tires that they could throw at it if they want to make 3 stops here in stage 3.
Yeah, I love the 3-stop gamble. Like I said, there are cars in front of him that have to win to make the playoffs. He has to win. If you don't get a yellow, 3 stops wins the race. The math is there. Let's take a look, Jeff, at what happened trying to get to pit road.
Yeah, just this orange box, you cannot see it till you get to it, and he just carried too much speed. Now look, he knew it. Watch this. Watch how long it takes before you can see that orange box. Not till now. And that is so far around the corner. You have to lift so much earlier than you think. A great job recognizing that he was just too fast and then trying to force it, and ultimately could have gotten a penalty.
Race leader Austin Dillon, with 118 laps to go, boasts the 2.5-second advantage at the track where he made his NASCAR Xfinity Series debut.
Now, which we showed earlier how these cycles work. The 77 at the moment is in that danger zone. He is a lap down to the 3 of Austin Dillon, but look at the closing speed of the 77. He's closing in on the back of Ty Gibbs.
John Nemechek has a penalty.
Place car. The leader's
According
about
to
10
Jaden.
seconds up the road. You see it on the left.
Yep,
map
they
on
had
the
Bob.
bottom left. It should only take 4 to 6 laps, and Hocevar will unlap himself, but he can't have a yellow. That's what will kill this strategy.
Subway's footlongs are packed with protein, like the Ultimate BNT or the All-Pro Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki, with 58 grams of protein. And now, Subway MVP Rewards members can buy any footlong in the app and get 40% off. Fuel up now in the Subway app.
You can get this fixed now and pay later. You can get this fixed now and pay later. And this. Get it fixed now and pay later in 4 interest-free payments at SafeLight.com.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace. You can fit a lot of vacation into a weekend. Book your next weekend getaway with Verbo.
Ashley's Labor Day sale is going on now. Find hot buys for every room starting at just $199. Plus, for a limited time, you can save up to $1,000 store-wide. Or pay no interest until 2030 when you buy in-store. Only at Ashley.
New to Toyota Gazoo Racing, there are a lot of unofficial rules. Rules like only pass cars on the left. Don't drive on the
SVG is
gas.
pitting.
When you win, be humble. And you know what they say, rules are made to be broken. You in?
It's me, Wednesday Addams. My meal of misfortune is now at Wendy's. It's pure torture, with uniquely excruciating dips of dread. Enjoy the anguish.
There's a range of stops with 113 to go, but not yet from the race leader.
Kyle Busch is pitting. Chris Buescher is pitting.
The damage date comes to pit lane, still not overheating, so good for Kyle to race there. He'll get 4 tires here in fuel.
Boy, Dave, just not the night Chris Buescher expected this evening. A former Richmond winner, they have struggled with the handling of the car. They've been in the top 10 a couple of times, but have not been able to keep it there. Denny Hamlin will come down pit road this time, and they had a third bad stop on the last stop for Denny Hamlin, and they have a crush panel that's come loose in the left rear, so they're kind of worried about how this stop might go as well, Dave.
You see the 60 on the bottom of the screen there, to the right, the 99 of Daniel Suarez. The 60 went straight backwards. I asked Eric Finley, the crew chief. He shrugged his shoulders, don't know what happened to the 60. He'll get 4 fresh here, as will Suarez.
See the 99, he was running pretty good. We'll have an idea of how much time the 77 of those guys will look. The 3 is already down into turn 3. So the 99 on the bottom left, you see the map, 99 exiting turn 2. The leader, Austin Dillon, right here just behind the 77. So Hocevar has already unlapped himself. The power of early pit stops is huge.
Is that going to work to the favor of the driver of the Delaware Life 77 Chevy for Spire Motorsports?
I love the race that they're calling. You know what they're calling, Jeff? They're calling a race that they're not afraid to lose.
Right.
That they have to win.
They're going to go for it.
They have to.
The 22-year-old from Michigan, it could be his night. We'll see. There's still a long way to go. 109 laps left. Kim's there.
Yeah, Ryan Blaney, and he said it feels like the car is finally coming to me after major Matheson complaints earlier in the run. As we look at Bubba Wallace, kind of sideways in his box, but finally saying the car is loose. They try to tighten him up. Dave.
Alex Bowman told his team it's
Oh, Bubba! Bubba has a tire gone! Uncontrolled tire for Bubba!
On the radio, they're telling him to stop. The 19's going to help him. They're going
19.
to put this tire back on.
That is a JGR affiliate. So the 19 is going to pit the car. They're going to put that tire back on.
There you go. Crew members bringing it over. Nice work on the 19. I mean, it's going to kill the 23s.
But that is going to still be a penalty because that is pitting outside of their pit stall. I think that was Las Vegas where we learned that.
Tire changer wasn't done. A huge blow to Bubba Wallace in the 23. Jeff, let's look at this left front.
And you see right here, Jack goes up, tire goes on. It just does not get finished. Jack drops. And that is the problem with these fast pit stops. Watch this Jack man. Watch it. Look what he looks at. Gets the right rear tire on. He thinks it's tight. He's looking at the left front. He thinks it's tight, but it's not.
Statistically, the best pit crew of the year when you look at the averages and the potential speed, the tire going down pit road. Now, the tire didn't make it on the racetrack, so I wouldn't expect this to be any sort of suspensions later. But, man, what a costly penalty for the 23. He was running second before this cycle.
And Toyota teammate help there from the JGR squad.
And also a penalty on pit road, Christopher Bell. He was penalized for speeding.
Christopher Bell speeding. Gibbs has a right tire rub, right front tire rub.
Some haze coming out of the back. There's a fire in the left front. You can see it behind the left rear tire. I don't know if that's the balls or rubber. Jeff, soft tire. Kim, what's going on with the 54?
He came on the radio, said the brake pedal is going very long. That's the 54 of Ty Gibbs.
Okay, so I didn't know if it was tire rubber or brake pedal going long. Maybe they finally wore the brakes out. It could be a brake fluid. or there could be a fire that
Gibbs
damages
got a
line.
pit.
Either way, a big issue for the 54. In all of this chaos, Carson Hocevar is taking over the
Gibbs on fire. I can see a little bit of it. You better pit too before that becomes an issue.
No brake pedal, boys.
When you have no brake pedal, that's a sign probably should
So either the
pit.
brake pedal is the cause of the fire, or there's a fire due to tire rubber that has caused the brakes to fail. Chicken or the egg, not really going to be able to tell until the car comes into the pits and we get a look.
Yeah, look at the left front. See the fire in the left? That
Yeah,
that
but
is
say
a
you
brake
probably
issue
should
that's
pit.
caused this problem.
Not gonna do it this time. That's fine. I'll just continue to risk it.
The only thing I can figure is we burned through a line, but I don't know what else to tell you.
Burn through a line, so maybe a brake line as laid against the header or something that is...
No better
burned
time
and
than
the
now to
brake on,
pit.
The headers and fire. I mean, it's a great big fire.
Yeah, and it's high. So, Carson Hocevar leads Ryan Blaney by 3.4 seconds. Then William Byron, Austin Dillon, Josh Berry, the top 5.
We talked about the 77 pit road.
Yeah,
Here's the
Bell had a
24
penalty.
Tires underneath the orange box is the rule.
Commitment line.
Right
Commitment
there.
cone.
You cannot touch that orange box and come to pit road. If you would have gone onto the racetrack, it would have been no penalty. When you choose to pit, that's a commitment line violation.
And that's why we talked about this 77 car Hocevar. He made a mistake, but he didn't make a bad situation worse.
Yeah.
He went ahead and admitted it. Hey, I'm not going to make it. Went on the racetrack rather than what we saw with the 20. And that's Ryan Preece unlapping himself. The pole sitter who led 60 laps early in this Cookout 400.
A lot went on real quick. Hocevar pitted early. The 54 has this fire. Blaney's off pit road. Byron, and then Dillon. Remember, the leader is down fourth.
We're blowing up.
I'm
like super flat now.
We're blowing up.
Yeah, whatever that fire is, I'm sure is damaging more things under the hood.
So there's the 3 of Austin Dillon. He pitted after Hocevar, pitted after Blaney, pitted after Byron. That's why he lost the lead.
Gibbs is blowing up, yeah.
Sounds like it's going to be night done for Ty Gibbs.
Yeah, still a great time to come to pit road. But
Austin Dillon is
what do I know?
just a little bit over a second and a half behind Hocevar.
And here comes Blaney. Here comes Ryan Blaney, the 12, top box on the right. His tyres are some 12 laps fresher
Not
than
Guy
race
Tibbs.
leader Carson Hocevar. As we're now less than 100 laps to go, we're into the final quarter. And new race leader, Ryan Blaney, to the front. for
Blaney
Tim
passed
Penske
Hocevar.
in that body armor Ford.
Dinner's easy tonight. Wings to go.
We got boneless buffalo wings, garlic parmesan, sweet chili, and a whole stack of napkins in case it gets messy. Right, Pop?
I've been eating wings since before you had teeth.
You can get this fixed now and pay later. You can get this fixed now and pay later. And this. Get it fixed now and pay later in 4 interest-free payments at SafeLight.com.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Big day, everybody. That's the spirit. We're having lots of fun.
What's going on?
Oh, the Homes.com network just hit 100 million visitors. So we're throwing a party now that we're the go-to site for home shoppers.
You don't think this is a little over the top?
100 million, Marcy. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, we get that every month. What are you going to do? Throw a party every month?
Party every month, everybody! I don't know how to change the song up. Homes.com, the place to find a place.
Limo at your service. Here to help you save hundreds by customizing your car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Probably should have gone the other way. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 Liberty.
Sonic just made snack time official with $1 Snacky Hour. $1 corn dogs, $1 mozzarella sticks, and $1 salt pretzel twist every day from 2 to 5 p.m. Sonic Snacky Hour. Live free, eat Sonic.
Basketball.
Bump, bump.
This This October, the NBA is coming home to NBC and streaming on Peacock.
John Test still got it.
92 laps to go here in Richmond, and Ryan Blaney leads the way, albeit by just 1 second over Austin Dillon. It's been a very solid night.
See, Bubba Wallace, who has the fastest lap, is now down in 33rd.
And coming into good
3 laps down.
time for the playoffs. Time now for the ones to watch. Presented by Credit One Bank. Stevie, you got to kick us off.
Well, I'm going to watch this 12 of Ryan Blaney. Pitted a lap before the 3 of Austin Dillon. Had a better pit stop. All of that adds up with him getting in front of the 3 on pit road. Now the question is, does he have car enough? I think the 3 is the best car, but great execution, the word of the night for the 12 car.
Well, I'm still thinking Austin Dillon can make this happen. They cannot give up anything on pit strategy, on pit road. You cannot give up track position to a team like Ryan Blaney. But Austin Dillon, all the way back in 28th in the playoff standings, wins tonight.
Ty Gibbs is still on track on the lead lap, running in 19th.
Sports youngster Carson Hocevar could tonight be the 9th. Remember, he was leading in Michigan
despite being on fire.
And he was going very well until he got that flat. He finished 2nd in Nashville. For the guy who leads the race now, maybe, just maybe, it could be his night.
And I was bullish on the strategy of 3 pit stops, but I will tell you the first run was okay. The start of this run, okay. It's hard to understand because there are different strategies, but I just look at the raw data and where he's tracking. He's kind of tracking behind what I have as the bogey, right? He has to run a certain lap time to get there. Currently, the 77 just doesn't have the car enough. He's bleeding too much time when he's behind on tires.
And that's what happened earlier. He was begging Luke Lambert to come in. He said, after 15 laps, I'm done.
You're right.
And that's when he missed pit lane.
I mean, you see what it is, right? We expect him to be slower because his tires are older, but he needs to be down in the 25.1, 25.2 range. That extra 0.3 of a second, that's exactly what he was talking about, Diff, right? Like, the car's just not good enough. You have to have the right strategy and a good handling race car. Something is amiss on the long run.
So one we didn't mention in all of that is the guy running in 3rd place.
Oh, yeah.
Alex Bowman, the fastest car on the racetrack the last several laps. In 3rd place, 3.5 seconds behind Austin Dillon and Blaney. But he has really good pace right now.
Hey, Dave, he came in on the same lap as Ryan Blaney, lap 291. And as Jeff just pointed out, he's only 3 seconds adrift.
And Lee, remember how at the beginning of the race we talked about how he tells everyone he is a guy that just lives so much stress in his life. I asked his crew chief, Blake Harris, how he keeps him level. And he does it just by being in his life and keeping to the routines. They spend a lot of time together, and he knows him very well. The other thing he reminded me is, I'm very aggressive. The driver is that anyway. He's very aggressive when he needs to be. Tonight, he's had to be aggressive, yet he's had to be so careful with those tires. And so far, he's done it right, Kim.
And for Josh Berry running in the 4th position, I talked to him about what he likes here at Richmond, and he described racing here at this track as coming very natural to him. He said it's been easier to adapt here than most other tracks. He was very tight earlier, in fact, plowing tight. They've worked to get that car better. Right now, he just needs a little bit drive off.
Let's not forget about Joey Logano behind Josh Berry from last to 5th. Daniel Suarez is hanging in there in 6th. William Byron 7th. Cindric Hocevar, and a good rebound. Marty Snyder mentioned that when we were in the last ad break. What a rebound after being involved in that 12-car wreck earlier. The 19 car for Joe Gibbs Racing runs in 10th place.
I think Carson Hocevar is probably a couple laps away. He should be the first car to come to pit road for his 2nd set of tires. That'll be a little bit of a deviation from everyone else. Once again, kind of tracking a little too slow, but he has an opportunity to work on your car. You still have 81 laps to go, so you can make some adjustments. Remember, some of that time he gave up was coming to pit road. There you go, pitting this time. Dan's going to cloud the window, wave to the 11 of Denny Hamlin, the 5 of Kyle Larson in the rearview mirror. You can't let them get to your inside off too, Jeff. You got to kind of really hug the bottom here. Let them go around the outside.
Get your hand out the window. Let everybody know that you're coming to pit road.
So Hocevar is pitting this time.
Behind. You said it's
Here he comes.
all the way to the left.
And yep, here he
Very
comes on
clear
pit
he was
road.
coming to pit road. Now he just needs a clean stop. We saw a huge mistake from the 23 while running second. Ended his opportunity. There's still a lot of racing on this strategy. Now it's up to the pit crew, Marty, of the 77.
And Luke Lambert and Carson Hocevar, the only group playing this three-stop strategy here in Stage 3. When I asked him how he is at saving tires this morning, Hocevar told me as I drop it on the right side, he said, I'm a no gas, no brake guy, so I'm not great.
Not a great stop for Hocevar.
He said it goes way too free, too early in the run. And with 79 to go, they'll kind of split this last run in half, Steve.
Execution is the word of the night. First he hits pit road. Now this time it's on the pit crew. Right side up, car down. You can't bleed seconds if you're going to be off strategy.
It's me, Wednesday Adams. My meal of misfortune is now at Wendy's. It's pure torture with uniquely excruciating dips of dread.
Hocevar team dropped the jack. Choked.
From brake pads in Orange County, Florida, to oil
Now they're in a
filters
must-win
Orange County,
situation
California,
probably at Daytona.
big or small, national or local. At Napa, we are the pros that know how to keep your business moving at full speed.
Ashley's Labor Day sale is going on now. For a limited time, you can save up to $800 off select adjustable mattress sets or get a free adjustable base with select mattress purchase. Plus, no interest until 2030 when you buy in store. Only at Ashley.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills.
My watch is broken.
You can tell time by measuring the sun's distance from the horizon. Looks like happy hour. Head for the mountains.
When a last-minute getaway calls, answer it. Book last-minute deals on thousands of stays with Verbo.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving, doing what they do best. Helping neighbors, pitching in, and getting it done. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Subway's footlongs are packed with protein, like the Ultimate BNT or the All-Pro Sweet Onion Chicken Teriyaki with 58 grams of protein. And now, Subway MVP Rewards members can buy any footlong in the app and get 40% off. Fuel up now in the Subway app.
Welcome to the final fight for the playoffs. More heat, more heartbreak, more chances slipping away. From Iowa to Watkins Glen, Richmond to Daytona, every lap, every pass, every point matters. Now it's time for more desperation, more determination, more drama. Only on NBC and streaming on Peacock. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to NASCAR.
You rejoin us just in time to see this fight for the lead. Austin Dillon on Ryan Blaney.
Here goes Dillon and Blaney.
Three is through.
Side by side for the lead.
Austin Dillon rolls the center of the corner.
Great battle here.
Watch this right here. Ryan Blaney
Got 70 laps to go.
Three car right here. Just rolls the middle so well.
Good fight from Ryan Blaney. He is not
Blaney's going to hold it there.
Easily. And as these two battle,
But Dillon's not going to let him get away.
Jeff, you had pointed out a Richmond winner in his career. The 48 of Bowman loves this. He says get side by side a little bit more. Keep bleeding time.
It was 3.9 seconds. It's down to 3.2 for Alex Bowman. With these two guys slowing each other up, when will the 48 enter this scene?
And remember, this entire battle happened because the 12 came just one lap earlier. That cycled in front of the 3, that same chest.
And here he comes, Dillon for the lead. Side by side, not going to get it there.
Crew chief's head.
Blaney is going to lead that lap.
Down there on pit road trying to do these calculations. Austin Dillon, you've got to make this pass as quickly as possible. You've got to put space between you and that 12 car. The reason why that 12 pit crew is so good, if you come on pit road at the same time, they have an advantage. They're just a very fast pit crew. So the 3, if he can clear the 12 and drive away from him, that's imperative to get Austin, the best chance to win this race.
Has he finally cleared Blaney? Not yet. It's Blaney again in that middle groove.
Man, they're still side by
This is Dylan's
side.
best chance here, but Ryan comes back.
Bowman's pretty far back still.
So well, but corner exit, Blaney pinches him off.
Third.
Doesn't give him any room.
Everyone still has to pit again.
Look how low the 3-car was on corner exit.
Lower box, grandfather Richard Childress. In his driving days, Richard did some 19 starts here. He would love to see his grandson go back to victory lane and keep the points and the playoff berth this year.
Best run on corner exit right
Blaney
there
slid
that
that
Austin
lap.
has had.
That gold car, the 51 of Cody Ware, 3 laps down, but fresher tires. He's trying to get one of his laps back while he has
Dylan
the
did
fresher
lead
tires
one of those
here.
laps there.
Trying to stay out of it, trying to go by at the same time. He's finally going to turn left to go 3 wide.
And they're coming up on Ross Chastain.
You know what's amazing is these guys battle like
Ross
this.
is pitting.
They're only about a half of a tenth slower than Alex Bowman.
It hasn't brought Bowman into the mix at all. In fact, Bowman's bled a little bit of time. It's out to 3.6 seconds now. So it was closer a little earlier.
I have about 10 laps away from what I would consider to be a standard 2-stop strategy here. About lap 345 or 346 is when the leaders would be expected to pit. But remember, 1 lap earlier was the difference maker as this battle continues.
And looming large in their mirrors is Carson Hocevar on that 3-stop strategy for this final stage. Hocevar's entering turn 1. Top 2 are coming off.
He's got to take it right here. He's got track position on Blaney. He's got to overdrive this entry and kind of run Blaney
Dylan
up
has
the
to
racetrack.
lead.
He's got to make this pass.
Blaney's been relentless though, Jeff, hasn't he? He does
Yeah,
not
Blaney
want
still
to
leads that
relinquish
lap.
this lead.
Couldn't quite get it done.
What a race.
Yeah,
What a battle.
Awesome from both of them. And this is setting up beautifully for the final phase of this final stage with 62 laps to go from here.
Jeff, you mentioned their lap times. They're actually pulling away from Bowman. Unbelievable with this battle.
Oh, good run right here. The pressure coming from Chastain.
Yeah. And the 77 is not far behind.
Ross Chastain unlaps himself.
That slow pit stop has just killed the 77. There's extra 2 seconds. This is to unlap himself, which is very important, but
Blaney leads
I
that
love
lap.
the call. The execution not quite as good as it needed to be.
Here comes Hocevar trying to unlap himself.
Had good run right there, but now Hocevar is going to take this bottom lane. What does this do to Blaney? 3 wide.
And Austin Dillon
Actually,
is going to take the
helps
lead.
Dillon.
And Austin Dillon clears him for the lead. He will lead
They
this
go
lap.
either side of John Hunter Nemechek, and Hocevar's able to unlap himself.
That was one of those hip checks that he can blame on Hocevar, right? He gets in there. I can't run any lower.
And that was the point of separation for Austin Dillon.
Now, if you're Blaney, you might want to jump the pit road a lap earlier. No, the 3's going to come. I love the call by Dillon.
Austin Dillon's
Don't let him
pitting
jump
this
the pit
lap.
road this time. He gets the lead. He comes to pit road. First to
So
attack,
Blaney's
the
gonna
3 of
retake
Dillon
it.
With the race lead, 59 to go. Kim.
They quickly jumped on the radio, said pit now, want to be the first to pit last if possible. No major complaints from Austin. That car's so good on the long run. Looking for what could be the money stop here for fresh Goodyear tires, Sunoco fuel.
Great job from Austin Dillon to get out around the 42. I thought he was going to get blocked in. The John Hunter did stop very deep in his box. Blaney continues, though. So now Blaney might think, hey, Dillon ran me down with some tires. Maybe he's going to run longer. Little surprising. I thought he'd be on the other side of this, but nope. Him and Bowman stay on the racetrack.
Is that the call from crew chief Richard Boswell that's going to get the win for the 3 of Austin Dillon?
Now the 3 needs to get unlapped quickly. Remember, he is a lap down to Blaney currently in the
tires these first 2 laps. Take care of them.
Take care of him. He knows they have to go 57 laps, so take care of him. And Austin Dillon sees the 12 and goes, man, let me just unlap myself real quick.
I have no right rear tire left.
Blaney screaming about right rear grip.
No right rear tire left.
Oh, he's screaming because he saw Austin Dillon hit pit road. He's like, I want to hit pit road too. I need some fresh tires.
Here comes Austin Dillon flying past Blaney.
Okay, the 12's going to come to pit road. You lose 29 seconds. So the 12, even with a perfect stop, is going to come 4 or 5 seconds behind the 3 on the racetrack, but have 3 lap fresher tires or 3 or 4 lap fresher tires. Let's see how Blaney does get on his entry. That's first, Jeff.
And Blaney's
get on pit
pitting.
road cleanly. He's under the orange box, so he's good there. Bowman follows him on the pit road. Kim.
And for Ryan Blaney, looking for not only his first win at Richmond, but what would be his first top 5 here at this short track. They've got that car turning to Ryan's liking. They are done with that stop. Wow.
Fast stop.
Alex Bowman brings a 48 to his pit stall. He said it was a little bit freer this run, but still pretty good for the 48 driver.
48 pitted
Dillon
as well.
past Blaney.
Leaving, you're going to see on the 48 on the right. Blaney's going to hold serve to the 48. Now the question is, how far up the road will the 3 of Dillon be? It should be about 5 seconds, which I imagine is going to be most of the backstretch. That's what all of the tools say. Dillon is in the middle of 3 and 4. Blaney just now on the end of the backstretch. So the gap is now set. The tires have reset. Can the fresher tires pay off for Blaney as they did on that long run for Dillon? I like this car.
Only a few lap fresher tires. I don't know.
They have the best car in the long run. So
That much of a gap.
Some tire to this 12 car, but I don't know 40 laps down the road that the 12 car can be as fast as the 3, even with a little bit fresher tire. I just think that's the strength, and I think they played to the strength. I love this aggressive call.
I'm not sure if we're done with cautions yet either.
And is that going to be the magic play for the 3?
And a big lead on him over a straightaway. Okay, so here's what I need. If I'm Austin Dillon, I need one thing and one thing only. Where is the guy that when all this cycles out, Blaney, where is he? What is his pace? I really don't need to be a whole lot faster than he is. I just need to be the same pace or just a little bit slower. Don't eat these tires up.
So with 51 laps to go, remember the gap. It's just under 15 seconds. Blaney, back from race leader, give you the gap to Dillon.
Applebee's 2 for $25.
Zoom in.
Get 1 appetizer and 2 entrees like the new chicken parmesan fettuccine.
Choose 1 appetizer and 2 entrees. Applebee's iconic 2 for $25.
Sorry, were we in that truck?
You can get this fixed now and pay later. You can get this fixed now and pay later. And this. Get it fixed now and pay later in 4 interest-free payments at SafeLight.com.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. Here at Xfinity, we want to do our part to keep one thing the same, with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. So no matter how your other costs change, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi, with our best equipment included, for a price that stays exactly the same.
Do you want me to take that for you?
That's okay.
Even taking a photo can be tough for young homeowners turning into their parents.
Okay, everybody, big smiles. Very good.
Okay, phone back.
One more for safety. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's do a fun one. Hold up the buildings behind you. Hold up the buildings. That's great.
I'm so sorry.
How do y'all know each other? You friends?
Greg?
Okay, everybody jump in the air at the same time.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home and auto with us.
Oh, no, I didn't get it. All right, from the top.
Pod's last sale of the summer has been extended. Save up to 25% on moving and storage until September 22nd. And see why Pods is the most awarded container moving company. But don't wait. Book now and save up to 25% at pods.com.
There's a place no map will show you where GR cars turn into full-blown track beasts. Every apex we nail, every second we shave, it's all knowledge that goes right back into your ride. You in?
Get the new Mount McDonald Land shake when you order the McDonald Land meal.
Next weekend, we head to the World Center of Racing. Going to be fabulous, and it is the cutoff race at Daytona International. We'll see you on NBC on network television, 7:30 p.m. Eastern next Saturday night. But there's a whole bunch else going on across the 3 national series, so it's going to be fun. So, qualifying for Xfinity Series, the race, cut practice and qualifying on True TV, and then we will go racing on Saturday night. Hey, let's take a look at the Xfinity fastest lap. And Bubba Wallace, Austin Dillon, Christopher Bell, Tyler Reddick. What could have been for Tyler Reddick if he wasn't caught up in that? What could have happened for Bubba Wallace without that stray wheel?
A lot of racing left to go here, but clearly if Austin Dillon can win this race, he will lock himself into playoffs. But think about next week Daytona. 5 of the last 7 summer Daytona winners. They got the first win of the year at that race. Yeah. So you have to assume that's going to happen again.
Carson Hocevar is going to continue with his strategy. We expect him to come on the pit road this time. I just think it's kind of done away with pace and speed. Now, Blaney, on the other hand, has knocked that gap that you talked about down now under 5 seconds, Diff. Under 5 seconds. So a little bit of traffic for the 3 and 4 lap pressure tires for Blaney really paying off.
What you got, Marty?
Diff, you got to give credit to Luke Lambert for throwing the Hail Mary here with Carson Hocevar, trying to do the 3-stop strategy in stage 3. I think a couple of execution issues trying to get to pit road, and now a second execution issue, back-to-back stops where they've had to re-jack up the right side of the car for the 77. That doesn't help, and I think car-wise overall, they've gone way too free, way too early in the runs, but they tried something at least to get the 77 up front. We'll see where he cycles out of this 3rd stop in stage 3.
Jeff, you and I talked at the beginning who we thought could win, and there are cars that show up with speed that could win, but the execution is so difficult. Just a little bit of trouble on the right side again. Right side goes in. Jackman just prematurely drops the jack. Kind of as simple as that. Slow right rear. Jackman just didn't wait. It was going to be slow either way. But that'll probably be the final chance for the 77 for something to happen. So now I kind of look forward to what's happening on the racetrack, and I think it's as simple as, barring a yellow, it's can the 3 of Austin Dillon hold off a hard-charging Ryan Blaney with 4-lap fresher tires, and now under 4 seconds from behind.
Yeah, he's taking chunks of time out of him from 5 seconds down to 3.9. Ryan Blaney is storming towards Austin Dillon. Alex Bowman, what a great night for the Hendrick driver. And Daniel Suarez remains in the top 5 in 4th in his Quaker State Trackhouse Chevy. Joey Logano from last to 5th. What a night it's been here in Richmond, and it's not over yet.
And Doug.
Are you here for Tracy?
We're here for everyone. Limo and I help people save hundreds by customizing car insurance with Liberty Mutual.
We ordered a limo, not a limo.
Oh yeah, we do that too.
The limo?
At your service. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Subway's got a new meal of the day with chips and a drink for just $6.99. Or if you're big hungry, make it a footlong for only $3 more. Huh, big hungry. Is that a thing? That should be a thing. Find your fresh with the all-new $6.99 meal of the day at Subway.
When things heat up, you don't just want a cold one. You want the coldest one. The cold lager, cold filter, cold package one. Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose Chug.
Ashley's Labor Day sale is going on now. For a limited time, you can save up to $800 off select adjustable mattress sets or get a free adjustable base with select mattress purchase. Plus, no interest until 2030 when you buy in store. Only at Ashley.
That's my team out there.
If our network goes down, lives are at stake.
Our comms have to work.
Well, the mission won't.
That's why we partner with Verizon Frontline, the network that truly prioritizes first responders.
So we don't worry about getting through. And they're the most reliable 5G network in America. Out here, reliability is everything.
Extreme or routine, Verizon Frontline matters.
the #1 network choice in public safety. Learn more. Your mission is
Oh yeah, I tell you something. I think you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. Please say to me, you'll let me be your man. And please say to me, you'll let me hold your hand. You'll let me hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. And when I touch you, I feel happy inside.
30 laps to go.
It's such a feeling that my love. I get high, I get high, I get high. You got that something. I think you'll understand. Say that something. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. I wanna hold your hand. And when I touch you, I feel happy inside. It's such a feeling that my love. I get high, I get high, I get high. Yeah, you got that something. I think you'll understand when I say that something. I wanna hold your hand. 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 Fuck yeah. Let's have a good end to this race.
They told Alex Bowman, you are on pace to take the lead, and that'd be a good thing because we showed you the playoff bubble.
Bowman's apparently on pace to take the lead.
And Bowman is down to 16th. A new winner like Austin Dillon would push him out. He has got to find a way to the front, Marty.
For the best run in recent memory for Austin Cindric, who's been in the top 10 the entire day. And what he will tell you is his least...
Yeah, Dillon winning would be bad for Bowman.
...least successful track. So he borrowed Joey Logano,
knock Bowman out
into the weekend, and man, this 2-car has come to life, and Austin has delivered behind the wheel, sitting in 4th right now, looking at top 5, Dave.
Daniel Suarez is that top 5.
Austin Dillon has done more laps in 2025 than Kyle Busch.
We know that. We don't know what he's going to do.
I literally can't. Does anyone have a gun? Like, I want to just shoot myself after here. That might be the worst comment you've ever posted on my YouTube channel, Jaden. And it's not even your fault. It's not even your fault. You know? That might be the worst thing you've ever commented. And it's not even your fault. They'll knock out Buscher/Priest. Oh, so it wouldn't knock Bowman out this week.
What could have been tonight with a car that he called, quote, exceptional, but the execution was not exceptional for the 11 team. A handful of rough stops on pit road, one speeding.
Still wouldn't be preferable for Bowman.
Still with a lot of speed, though. He's been hanging out in that 7th, 8th position, battling Josh Berry right now, lead for that spot.
And Marty, it's a night of what could have been. He described his car as superb earlier in the night, but just too many hiccups. Too many times been pushed back on the back foot. But he's hanging tough, still in 9th place.
Back up front, Austin Dillon with 4 lap older tires than Ryan Blaney, who's in 2nd. And Austin Dillon, even though
a caution is going to come out, it's inevitable. That's also true. We've been green for almost an hour now. We've been green for 59 minutes about.
Around this racetrack, especially on this part of the racetrack. Watch what he does. He runs that car way low. He never even gets close to the wall. Everybody else uses all of the racetrack on the exit.
Yeah, Blaney's really not getting him much on Dillon in the last few laps.
There's more grip at times on the bottom of this racetrack. Let's do it again when the 17 is no longer in the picture. Austin Dillon to the bottom of the racetrack, runs up the hill a little bit in the middle, left side's on the yellow line on exit. Look, there's a lane between he and the wall. Let's go back and look at the 12 car. 12 car running second, really good speed. He is using all of the racetrack, trying to get my SVG right here. Let's see if he clears him. You got to clear him, so I give the example. But you watch what he does. He goes to the bottom. All this looks the same. It all is the same as what the 3 is doing, but the 12 runs all the way up the racetrack to the wall, even though he's trying to pass SVG. It shows you the advantage that Dillon has. He's able to run a shorter distance around the racetrack, more rear grip, and that is why he has had so much pace.
Continuing to grow the advantage. It's gone from 3, 4, 3, 5 to 4 seconds now. Austin Dillon over Ryan Blaney. Tell us more about the 12, Kim.
Well, we've talked how good the 3 is on the long run. What does Ryan Blaney think he has for the remainder of the race? The last 17 laps. Take a listen to the radio.
Oh no, way too hard. Taking all around and struggling.
So you heard him say falling off way too early and way too hard. So it does not look like there is longevity in the tires for Ryan Blaney as we count down the laps here at Richmond.
And if the 48, Steve, can get by, we go on board the Ally Chevrolet of Alex Bowman. He can get by. There's some more points there, and he's living life on the line. As far as the playoff points are concerned, that will be the 16th and final one heading to Daytona as he gets ready to make a move on Ryan Blaney.
Here's Bowman past Blaney.
48 right now is the fastest car.
That's still 4 seconds behind Dillon, though. Gonna take a lot. I don't know.
I'm just not sure he can make up 4 seconds. You would be talking maybe basically a quarter second a lap. That would be huge chunks.
How far back for us?
Well, we got a half a second that lap, so we'll see if he continues. You heard Blaney ask how far back's 4th. So for Bowman, the question is, can
I'd love to see Bowman win. I'd also love to see Dillon win.
Miscellaneous traffic. The 3 of Dillon is in traffic. Dillon ran a 25.
Austin Dillon win.
Bowman ran a 5.
You know, whether you like it or not, it's always good for NASCAR. Getting that 3 car in victory lane is always a good thing.
Pretty easily, but with these low grip tires or high fall off tires, however you want to pay, you know, they seem to fall off a cliff, right? Like last week at Watkins Glen, I know it's very different, but there's guys that give up seconds over the last couple laps. So the 48 now is at least on the same straightaway as the 3. He's going to push the issue and make the 3 run some good laps. That last time, though, a wash.
Yep, that was stable. They were both very level. So it stays at 3.6 seconds. 13 laps to go.
Really
That's
not
all
going to be
here in
enough.
Richmond.
And Austin Dillon's very happy.
Unless there's a caution.
Front stretch clear in front. I was called out a year ago when I didn't think the practice speed of the 3 was real, and I didn't think you had an opportunity. We talked about it in the pre-race. I wasn't going to be caught off guard a second time. He came back a year later, a different tire, a year's worth of development, yet still has something between how he drives this racetrack and what they've given him to drive that is just different. And it is a standout racetrack for the 3 of Austin Dillon.
Only another 1/10 of an advantage to Bowman there, so it's down to 3.4. It's not the chunks that Alex Bowman needs. By the way, we've still got 11 to go. Before we do finish, what have you thought about the tyre package that Goodyear brought here? Now we've seen the whole race unfold.
I love the fact that there's so much fall off, and we see the difference with Bowman and Blaney.
Yeah,
right? Same
not great
number
enough
of
for
laps on
Bowman.
tires. Bowman's car is driving better. He was able to get by Blaney. Austin Dillon has the best car. He's able to drive by people. A good handling car. You can pass tonight. I think it's a huge win.
Blake Harris there, crew chief, just saying, come on, come on. We've got to get this win to lock ourselves into the playoffs.
Remember, a year ago, it looked much the same. And a late caution brought everyone to pit road. The 3 car held the lead off pit road, but then lost the lead on a restart. That's when the pushing and the shoving that ended up removing him from the playoffs started. So, you know, with 9 to go, it is not over.
I can assure you that Austin Dillon remembers that.
Oh,
He
yeah.
does not want a caution right now.
8 laps to go in Richmond. 3.1 seconds. So Bowman did take a couple more tenths of a second out. Richard Childress looks on anxiously.
The only one more nervous than Austin.
RC. Look at the things he's seen. My goodness.
Still not coming enough.
Problem for the 48 is traffic ahead. 2 and 3 cars right in his path.
He's got a lot of traffic to deal with. 7 more.
That's great radio. Just take a little pressure off your driver. Hey, the 48 has traffic to deal with. We
7 to
can't
go.
give him time. Right, let him earn it.
And this is tough for Alex Bowman to try and weave his way through this while trying to catch the 3 with laps dwindling. It's now down to 6 laps.
6 to go.
As Austin Dillon crosses the line.
Only 13 cars.
3 seconds.
An 88 car, the last one. He's the first car 1 lap down at 14.
Not gonna be enough.
He's not racing anybody either, which is awesome. And no, they hate us.
Got down to 2.9 seconds, but Bowman cannot clear. John Hunter Nemechek, Jesse Love up ahead, Shane Van Gisbergen up high.
And you see the gap. Heading into next week, Bowman would have 58 points, which would assure that the points would be enough, but no assurance with the potential new winner. And that's what Austin Dillon is proving once again. It can happen. It happened a year ago. We had 2 winners in the last couple of races. It was your son a year ago at Daytona, Jeff. We've seen that walk-off win to end the regular season. So the 58 points is a glimmer of hope, but no one wants to be on the cut line heading to Daytona.
Inside the
Got
final
4 laps to go.
laps, there are nerves in 2 camps specifically. That's at the top of the box with Richard Boswell, the crew chief of Austin Dillon and the RCR team.
And I'm going to give it to Richard Boswell. Remember, he ran the 12 car down.
3 to
the
go.
12, and then
called him in.
Called him to pit road first. So hard to pit first as the lead. Great work from on top of the pit box and just spectacular work from behind the wheel.
One of the foundation teams in NASCAR Cup Series competition has needed a boost. And
2 to
this
go.
boost is just the juice that they need.
2 laps to go
You
for
want to see
Austin
that white
Dillon.
flag. He knows that would be an assurance of no more restarts.
Five wins on his cup.
Here he comes. Austin Dillon coming around to take the white flag. White flag is in the air. One more time around at Richmond.
1 to go, presented by Credit One Bank.
This would be his first win with crew chief Richard Boswell. Both have won before, but never together.
Last year here at Richmond Raceway, it was controversy.
Yep,
Right
but this
here,
time it's
where
not.
was
Back-to-back wins at Richmond for Austin Dillon. He is going to do it. Austin Dillon wins at Richmond.
Dillon, he's going to the playoffs. Go, baby. Go, Daddy. Let's go. Austin Dillon wins in Richmond.
About an hour, 7-minute green flag run to end the race. I think it's one of the longest of the year.
Of his grandfather, who says what Steve just said. Great call, Richard Boswell. Win and you're in, and the 3 is in. They're going to the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs.
You were supposed to do it last year. And 4 seconds. I am so proud of you. Just remember one thing. Got to prove just a crowd.
6th career win. It's always good when Austin Dillon wins. Do the slide. I don't think I've seen him do the slide in forever. I feel like it's been a decade since I've seen the slide. I think he did it at Charlotte when he won there. That was beautiful.
You don't think there's some
That was a symphony.
that burnout?
year in the making.
Austin Dillon said he was pumped about tonight. He loves Richmond, and he's a Daytona 500 winner. He knew over the next 2 weekends he had a chance. That chance has become a reality.
Here comes Austin Dillon. Push Kyle to the win of Daytona, exactly.
Lee, this is going to be a team celebration this year. The 3-team and Austin Dillon leave no doubt. Welcome to the playoffs, Austin Dillon.
I'm happy for him, man. I think he's made the playoffs the most years. Just somehow.
Good shit. You can tell he left it all out there on the track tonight.
Let's go. Austin Dillon wins.
Austin, the way it all played out last year, how important was it for you to come back in front of the sellout crowd and do it the right way?
Man, that feels good. I got to thank the good Lord above, you know. I really wanted that one. Last year hurt really bad, but just going through the whole process of it. But this one feels so sweet. Man, I love Richmond. Our Winchester Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet is really good. I was thrown out a lot this week. Didn't feel great. I'm actually racing with a broken rib right now for the last 2 weeks. And
damn.
Man, that was awesome. All the emotion this team went through, the entire organization at RCR, does this year-long wait make it worth it?
Oh, for sure. You know, God has timing, and his timing is the best timing. I'm so excited. I got my wife and kids here to celebrate with us. Man, it's so sweet. My dad prayed with me before the race. He was at our hunting land doing some food plots, and it's just so special. Every one of these means so much to me, and my grandfather for all that he's put up and believing in me, because there's been a lot of ups and downs, and could have been easy for him to change the drivers in this 3-car, but today it feels really darn good.
Why Richmond? What is it about this place that makes you come alive?
Tire management. I probably am the slowest to get going on some of these tracks when it really comes to high grip, but when it comes to these places and taking care of your stuff, I'll go against the best of them.
How about doing this for RCR? Did you feel like you were carrying the weight of the entire company with you in those final few laps?
Man, we really love it in Welcome, North Carolina. When you cross those railroad tracks, it's all for one and one for all. So I'm really pumped to be driving for my grandfather and our family.
I think he also loves it in Richmond, Virginia as well. His brother Ty, first one on the scene, and to welcome Austin Dillon into the 2025 Cup Series playoffs.
Beautiful family moment. And we're going to talk more about this and Richmond as a whole in the Progressive post-race show, which is coming up. This is going to be a popular victory. Two wins at Richmond within the space of a year, but two very different outcomes. Just the one race in Richmond this year, and boy, it was worth it. A new winner and a new entrant into the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. Austin Dillon in the 3 for Richard Childress Racing.
Alrighty, y'all.
A whole lot of joy and relief.
Austin Dillon wins.
To know
and yeah,
they've got 10 races.
That's gonna do it.
And they go to all 10 in the playoffs. We'll talk more.
Yeah, I'll be live tomorrow for the Red Sox at 1:25. And yeah, that'll be it. I want to thank you guys for watching, and peace out.